Hey guys, what's up, Big Josh? Hello. Let's talk about some deals.
Last year.
So I just got a text from a buyer. My buyer says, "Step on the gas for cash deals." He says, "Step on the gas for cash deals," which is great. It's great news. Let's call him and figure out what he's looking for, guys. I'm hoping we can get everybody's attention here because this is really awesome. Let's give him a call. Hey, man.
1 second, buddy. Richard, what's up, man?
I was hoping you could tell our audience because we have hundreds and hundreds of people listening right now who are about to go attack whatever you're looking for. I was hoping you could kind of, in your words, talk about your revelation today that led you to say step on the gas, because that was the text I woke up to this morning was step on the gas. We need more deals. I need to know about this.
Yes, yeah. So, hello, audience. Happy to be here. So, I'll kind of give you a quick little synopsis here. So, we have a lot of clients that are looking for turnkey properties that meet a cash-on-cash return of, let's say, 25% or more based on a 20% down payment on all these properties. Properties pricing are between $50,000 to $100,000. Doesn't need more than 5 or 7K in rehab expenses at most, and preferably tenant occupied already with a high cash paying tenant or a Section 8 tenant. Section 8 tenant. Section 8 tenants will move. Section 8 tenant properties will move much faster for our buyers. Our buyers will pick them up left and right. We had a client, he just picked up 8 properties a day for $500,000. He paid cash for all of them. We had a couple more clients that one client actually just bought 4 of Richard's students deals that brought to us within the last 4 days. He locked up 4 properties already. We have other buyers, and a lot of these properties, I think they're priced between $60,000, $65,000, $78,000, and $95,000. And the reason why they got picked up so quickly is because they already are tenant occupied. And the rents, when you factor in the rent pro forma based on CapEx, maintenance, property management, taxes, and the mortgage, you're netting above 25% ROI, which is an absolute win.
And we'll go over how to analyze that. And I think we already have it. I've been drilling them on the cash on cash return equation recently. Now, what if they are, because here's the thing, Joseph, we probably have, let's say in Detroit right now, maybe 100 houses for sale that are tenant occupied, but I'd say 70% of those are occupied for bad rents, like $1,000, $900 per month. Like most of them are not occupied for good rent. So I would say that it's going to be hard to provide volume if it can only be occupied.
So we can do the non-occupied properties as long as the fair market rent, whatever the average market rent is, north of 30%.
Good.
That would be the goal.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's feasible, which largely just means keeping the prices in the 60s, guys. If you get something for 60 and it rents for 1,300, you're probably going to get close to that. So you're not really factoring, and I was talking to them about this yesterday, but you're not really factoring in as much of Section 8 rent because it's kind of unpredictable.
Yeah, I'm fine with non-Section 8 rent. We obviously, Section 8 rent, if you look at it, you're really looking at 80% of what the fair market rent is for Section 8. I mean, sometimes you might get lucky and you get 90 or 100, but the worst case scenario we're looking at is roughly 80% of whatever the Section 8 rent states it will pay in that area. A good rule of thumb is basically for every bedroom that a property has, you can multiply it by 450. So if you have 3-bedroom, property, you're looking at $1,250 to $1,350 is going to be the average that you can look at. That's generally across all states. for the most part. Mostly landlord-friendly states is the goal. We do obviously like Detroit, Michigan. We will even play with Baltimore, Maryland, as long as that goes street by street. Yeah, Baltimore, Maryland, because that's really street by street, block by block. We do not want to buy where gangs own the streets and where there's bullets flying down the streets, mainly because families do not stay in those properties long term. But ultimately, seller finance, creative finances, those are absolute wins. We will definitely take those all day, every day. And then, and same thing goes with the conventional financing of 20% down. Most of our buyers do use the DSCR loan for 20% down. And if you have the bigger portfolios of 5, 10, 15, even 20 plus properties, up into the, a couple $1 million, we have buyers for those bigger purchases as well.
Perfect. And as far as cities, I guess I got to answer this question. Somebody's talking about a $300,000 house. You would say a $300,000 house makes absolutely 0 cents to your clients because the mortgage on $300,000 is in excess of what the house rents out for beginners, because obviously we know this.
Yeah, for beginners, unless the $300,000 house is a sub-2 deal and it doesn't cost us anything to take over the mortgage except maybe a couple of grand, and then we can rent it out and own it. For the appreciation, we do have some appreciation buyers that will take those deals, especially if they're getting the money at, very low financing costs or 0% financing costs. So that would be a base by base type of scenario.
Yeah. I always see people that are like, hey, I got this great discount that you're talking about. It's a $300K house. I got it for $250. Isn't that perfect? And I'm like, oh, that does literally nothing for us, but that's fine. So which cities are we looking at? I mean, we're doing Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio, absolutely. Birmingham, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, Detroit, Michigan, obvious. If we do Pennsylvania, probably Readington, Pennsylvania. If we do...
Are these all acceptable? Because, I mean, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty broad. All of those areas are acceptable, or some preferential? Like, would you say that Detroit and Cleveland and Birmingham are maybe more desirable?
If we had to narrow it down, those would be the main three.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. To make it easy for everybody to search, they just search those 3 areas. Those are the absolute winning areas.
Perfect. I think that covers it. I wanted them to hear it from you because I was really excited to see that text this morning. So I think the main changes that we're looking at here are 30% cash on cash return, which is, in my opinion, is very feasible if you're looking for the right properties based on long-term rent, 20% down, 7% interest. And then you're also looking for potential 20% cash on cash returns if the property's already occupied.
Correct. Yeah, we're fine with the lower. We're fine with the lower return around the 20% range, factoring all expenses, because the client's going to be paid day one when taking over that property, taking over that mortgage. That's an easy decision factor.
Got it. And what would you say about areas like St. Louis or Akron or Dayton?
St. Louis, Missouri, you got to make sure that it's not in heavily gang areas, because there is a part of St. Louis, Missouri that we won't touch, mainly because there's been like multiple property managers that got shot in those areas.
It's a war zone. Yeah.
Yeah. So you just have to be conscious of the staying out of the war zones. That's really what it comes down to. St. Louis, Missouri is a great place to buy properties in. Really is. So is Indianapolis, if you're really looking into it. But ultimately the main thing we just can't preference enough is no war zones, nothing where the gangs control the streets. Memphis, Tennessee is also another great area that we buy properties in. I'd say that would be the other important area to go for, is Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
If I was to throw one more on the map.
Yeah. Have you ever tried Indianapolis?
Yes.
Indianapolis is really good. Okay, we'll keep those in mind. I think we can pretty much send you these deals in cities that are large, but Cleveland, Detroit, Birmingham, and potentially Memphis are going to be preferred, with occupancy preferred, but if not occupied, 30% cash on cash return, no shootings. We will go hunt for those right now.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thanks so much. Talk soon. Bye-bye. So yeah, guys, I woke up to a text this morning that was, and Andrew Wicker, come up. Well, I'll call your deal. Just come show me. So yeah, I think that probably the best example I can show you guys of what this looks like, his ideal deal looks like, would probably be Manor Street. Guys, I've showed you this. It's actually a $7,000 assignment fee. Guys, we are making wholesaling so unbelievably attainable. You don't need to find your buyer. You don't need to do an exorbitant lowball. You just submit it to us. You don't need to close the deal. We close the deal. And despite all of that assistance, you still keep the majority of the profit. So on a deal like this, this student Taylor, for the deal that I'm sharing my screen on, she's like, she got this 2.5 weeks in. She's 2.5 weeks in to Hold My Hand Wholesale. She gets this thing under contract. And TikTok, Instagram, if you're wondering what she got under contract, I'll show you. I'll show you the address here. This is what she got under contract. The agent literally knows that we're wholesaling it too. So that literally nothing can happen to this. EMD is in. We're set to close. It's a $7,000 assignment fee. It's a $7,000 assignment fee. So, and yeah, Big Josh, if you have a single family for 388, 10% down, 5% interest, your PITI is going to be above what the house rents out for. So yeah, if it's a multifamily, it might cash flow, but if it's a single family, it's probably not going to cash flow. So this thing, she got the bare minimum discount. It's listed for 80. She got it for 60. That's the bare minimum. I guess we didn't really ask him about discount, guys, but I've told you this many times. When you build gosh, I'm having trouble forming words today. When you build a list of buyers and you tell those buyers that you're going to send them discounted properties, and then you don't send them discounted properties, they stop responding and your list just becomes bad. So, let's aim to get discounts, right? I don't want to create a loophole. I want this to be appealing to all of my buyers, not just one, so that if he doesn't pick it up for some reason, okay, somebody else in my buyers list is going to pick it up for some reason. So let's go over what he's looking for, guys. This is some of the lowest hanging fruit in wholesaling right now. I'm going to be making some offers live today, and then I'll bring people up for questions. I'm particularly exhausted today for whatever reason, so I'll probably be live for like 2 hours, but typically when I say that, I do the full stream, so we'll probably be live for the full time. But I just want to bed rot, guys. If I'm being so honest with you, I woke up today, I had shoulder day in front of me, I had abs in front of me, and 20 minutes of Stairmaster in front of me, plus making a video for today and going live. And I was like, why can't I just bed rot today? It's not fair. But honestly, in order to comfortably bed rot, I really need to put in a little bit of effort first. So pre-bed rot, couch rot, whatever you may call it, I'll show you some cool stuff. We'll talk some deals. We'll make some calls. And then I'm going to bed rot. So let's look at the first one. Why was this such a deal? Why was this such a deal? What made it such a deal? And I'm going to drop these areas in the chat that he was interested in. By the way, when he said Memphis and Birmingham, I got a little bit scared because cash on cash return there is not as good. Seller financing, mother load in Ohio. After all of the deals that we do. After all, I'm not going to rest, guys. I'm getting through this live stream. That's just I'm trying to tell you where my head's at, guys. I've got this cup of coffee here. We're trying to mitigate it. Hunter, literally save our streak right now. Get off of my stream right now and save our streak. I have a 700-day streak with Hunter, and he's literally about to kill it. Save our streak right now, bro, okay? What are you doing in my stream? Go respond to that right now. Immediately. Right now. Okay. So what made this such a banger? First, I should close all my tabs. Gosh, I'm procrastination king today. We've got so many good follow-ups to do, too. Oh, it's going to be great. Okay, Zillow. What did Hunter say? Is he doing it? Hopefully. Oh, he's already. Okay, good. Okay, Zillow rental estimator. So, guys, what made this such a good deal is the rent. This thing is going to rent for about $1,400, $1,350, $1,400. Call it $1,400. I mean, look at it. It's a 4.2. The rest of the properties around here are not 4.2s. Like that's a 3.1. That guy is a 4.2 going for the $1,500, and I'm arguing $1,400. That's a 2.1 for $1,225. That's a 3.1 for $1,150. So this 4.2 is estimated at $1,390. We'll call it $1,400. Yeah, we'll call it $1,390. It's fine. $1,390 is fine. So here's what made it such a win. It all comes down to a very simple formula. Cash on cash return equals rent multiplied by 0.8, subtract PITI. This is where PEMDAS comes in. Your PEMDAS is now important, guys. So we'll do rent times 0.8 minus PITI. And then let's see, you get your rent, and then you subtract that, and then that's your net rent. And then you multiply that by 12 divided by total cost of entry. This is the formula that all of this is based around. And I wrote 0.9 because I'm particularly slow today. There you go. There's your formula, guys. There's your formula. It's important. Pam, I don't know if we were working with him in December. Pam, I started working with this guy only probably about a month ago. So I think I probably started sending deals to this guy in maybe January 10th, January 12th or something was my first contact with them. I know because he was a guy working to get my YouTube back. And then he's like, wait, but I also do this as well. So so Pam, different buyer here. That we've had amazing luck with the amount of deals that we've sent him. He's also picking up my duplex. Like my duplex that I flipped, he's the one who's picking up my duplex. And it's not just one buyer. He has a group of buyers, and he's not a wholesaler. He runs a hedge fund. So this is a small hedge fund. And when you think hedge fund, you're like, oh my God, corporation. No, you guys, hedge fund of probably $2 million, maybe like 1.5 to 2 million. It's a small hedge fund, guys. But what is a hedge fund? Because I know it's a scary word. It's just a group of people who have money and they don't know how to invest their money. So they give all of their money to a guy who knows how to invest it. That's it. And he gets them returns. And that's all that we're doing here. And I would say there's about 5 buyers that we're feeding that are part of this very tiny micro tiny hedge fund, like laughably small hedge fund, but amazing for us because they're only buying properties off of us right now. They could probably pick up 10 to 15 of these per month, which is insane, guys, considering that one of them is selling for 7,000 and then another one for 16,000. You guys know that he's paying us a 16K assignment fee right now? Yes. And that's a cash deal for $16,000. So I feel very confident about this. Especially because he's buying my property. Anyways, the formula right here, let's plug it in the next tab. So it's rent times 0.8. So rent is $1,390 multiplied by 0.8. And then, I mean, it's not going to like it if I type all of this in here, but we'll type it all in here just for the visual. So rent times 0.8 equals 1112. Subtract PITI. What is PITI? What is PITI? Well, it's what the buyer's going to pay. So the buyer picked this bad boy up for 67K. That means down payment's going to be 13,400. Interest rate maybe 7.1%. Add 250 to that. Where'd your 250 come from? 250 is my overestimate for taxes and insurance. What do you mean overestimate for taxes and insurance? I overestimate taxes and insurance to avoid mishaps. Sometimes when you buy a property, it gets readjusted after you buy it. Like sometimes when you buy a property for maybe $40,000 in 2020, and then you pay taxes on that house, maybe it's only $100, but then you resell that property for $100,000 in 2025. Now your taxes just jumped up like crazy, right? So I always like to overestimate my taxes and insurance on this. But to answer your question, which didn't get asked, I'm just thinking thoughts in my head. PITI is principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and it's your mortgage payment. You get your mortgage payment, PITI. Okay, got it. So how do we get our mortgage payment? Well, plug it into your calculator. This calculator is in the Discord, but I'll also go ahead and drop this thing in the chat. Taylor, yeah, I got told it was 7K. Taylor, I got told it was 7K. I can confirm that really quickly though. But we should answer this example first. We should do this example first. 1390 multiplied by 0.8, subtract PITI. Your PITI is 360 plus 250, which is 610. 610. So subtracting 610 is going to get us to 1112 minus 610. 1112 minus 610 is going to get us to 502. So $502. Now we're going to multiply that by 12, which will be 624, maybe. Yeah, 6,024 equals 6024. And then we're going to divide this by our total cost of entry. This is what you make per year, and your total cost of entry will be 13.5 or 13.4 plus 5K for closing costs, meaning 18.4. So your actual cash on cash return is hidden in this number right here. But that's going to be your formula typed out, and then that's your formula as it applies to an actual property. So I just want to drop the formula in the chat, And then I want to drop all the plugins to the formula so that you know exactly what it looks like. So those are plugins to the formula for which address? Which address is that working for? This guy right here. So guys, if you're like, well, how do I run this? Here's the formula, and then here's the plugin as it applies to that property. So hopefully that is helpful for you guys. I don't know if that's a good visual or not, but the actual return here, 6024 divided by 18,400 is 33%. Now, how hard is it? How hard is it to get what okay, maybe we don't know decimals. 33%. You're to convert a decimal into a percentage, move it over. So you move the decimal place over 2, 1, 2, and then that's 32.7, which we can round to 33%. So we might call this a 33% cash on cash return. Now, it's not an extremely impossible deal to find. Remember, this was sitting here for 126 days. This house was literally just sitting here for 126 days, and Taylor offered them only 20K below list. Taylor probably could have started deeper. Taylor probably could have gone to, I mean, $50,000 and maybe negotiated to 55, and then she's getting a $12,000 assignment fee on her first deal, which is beautiful. I'm not understanding how 3,200 rent and 2,200 PITI is not not cash flowing. Sure, your math isn't mathing. So you have $388,000 as a purchase price. Your down payment is $38,800. You said you had a 5% interest rate, right? So that would mean your monthly payment is $1,874. You're going to add your taxes and insurance onto $1,874. And then you're going to take your 3,200 rent and multiply it by 0.8, which is going to bring you to 2,560. So you're like, wait, what do you mean I'm multiplying it by 0.8? Well, how long does it take to get a tenant? When you buy a house, do you get a tenant on month 1? Yeah, Amyas, that is correct. 24 people out of 504,000 are here. That is correct. But what can I say? What can I say? We're dropping life-changing bombs, but 24 showed up. Yes. You multiply it by 0.8 because it's going to take 1 month. 1 month to rent out your property, potentially 2. That's 1 month of 3,200 that you didn't collect. And then you're going to have 10% for management, and then things might go wrong. So you take 20% off the top for that. So when you tell me 10% down, PITI is 2,200, and it's bringing in $3,200, I'm like, well, let me take off the expenses. My cash on cash return is exchanging like $70,000 with my assignment fee and closing costs for like $300 per month, which is not great. So let's look for another deal. I will look for another deal, and I will present some offers on that deal. The other part of this deal that really was great was the crime. There's no crime here. So he won't buy if there's crime. Now, can we look this up? Come on, Detroit. And I'm not talking about crime. I'm talking about violent crime. We're just thinking don't show it. All right. We'll try this again. There we go. So here, what he's looking for, guys, is no crime where the house is. And obviously lots of assaults and robberies and stuff. But honestly, what we're talking about, guys, is shootings. We don't want to have any shootings around this property. So that's good. Now, I will ask for you, Taylor. I did want to know about let me ask Shell really quick. I'll ask about your assignment fee. Big Josh, you can submit it to my team, man, and we can see if we can sell it. I just don't know if it'll sell. It might sell. It might sell. May not be able to get a hold of her after hours right now. I'll text. Is the assignment fee for Manor Street? Come on. 5K or 7K? 5K or 7K? I don't know if it's 5K or 7K. I was told 7K, but maybe I was talking about a different deal. So let's try to find these deals in all markets. So he said Memphis, and I was like, I don't know if we can find this in Memphis, man. I don't think we can find this in Memphis. You know why I don't think we can find this in Memphis? It's a much more expensive market. And when I say much, I don't really mean much. The houses start $20,000 higher in Memphis. So if we do this in Memphis, Tennessee, and we put a maximum price point in place. By the way, all the people asking to see my screen on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok, I am sharing my screen. I'm just doing it on Discord. So Discord can see a camera that doesn't lag, much better audio, and my screen share. It's 7K, Taylor. It's 7K. $7K, Taylor. So I think Taylor was under the impression it was 5. Taylor, it's actually $7,000. So what's Taylor's profit after we sold that deal for her? She keeps the majority of it. Taylor, you walk away with $4,200. You're going to get $4,200. That's up from where you thought you were going to be at 3,000. So you're actually making $1,200 more than you thought, Taylor. So I'm really excited for you. Now, oh shoot. Now, Memphis, do I think this will be a great place for you to find these deals? Maybe, but what happens if I put a 100K price filter in Memphis and I look at single families? Aren't they mostly 2-1s or like war zone houses? Okay, multifamily price high to low. Yeah, so 2-1 and here we go. Wow, okay, so maybe I'm wrong, unless this thing is in a war zone. That looks really good. Okay, well, kind of okay. It's a 100K house in Memphis, Tennessee. It's been there for 107 days, so they'll take a fat discount here. Remember to pair these offers with creative finance offers. Ooh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Do you guys know why that's terrible? Should we run the equation on this? Do I have to tell you why that's terrible? Let's say you got this. This is the student who comes to me and is like, Richard, I got a 30K discount and you're lying because I got the discount and it didn't sell. Wait, this is not going to sell. This is not going to sell. Let's say the rent is $1,085 per month. And let's say you get a 30K discount here. You get a $30,000 discount. You get this for 70K. Buyer's going to pay 75, right? $75,000. Down payment will be 15K. Interest rate will be about 7.1%. Add 250 to this, so 403 plus 250. You're looking at 653. You're bringing in 1085. So we're going to do 1085 multiplied by 0.8 for those issues that we see. Subtract 653 equals 215 multiplied by 12 for a year. That's that yearly. That's how much you get. You get $2,500 per year divided by total cost of entry being 20K. Your cash on cash, oh shit. your cash on cash return, guys, is 12%, which only works for a creative finance deal. It only works if there's massive other benefits in your deal. And then beyond that, this area looked a little bit sus. Like if we go to spot crime, what are we looking at here? Oh, actually, I'm wrong. It's not sus. It's actually okay. Like you sure you will get beaten up here, but you won't get shot, most likely. Yeah. So when he told me Memphis, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe if the houses rent out for a lot, but I don't know that it's a more expensive area than Detroit. It's a more expensive area than Cleveland. And I think Birmingham is that way, but I don't think Montgomery is that way. Okay, so significantly better renting at $1,282, almost $1,300. You'd need this for 60K. You'd need it for 60K. To hit that return, it would just be a steep discount. So significantly harder to find these opportunities in Memphis unless the prices get lower. Maybe we can find one that has really nice rent. I mean, if one of them is going to go for $1,500, that could be great. But let's just see. Interior, oh, yeah, that's okay, guys, but I feel like it's going to need a little bit of rehab. It's not that I see a lot of things that need work. It just kind of has that vibe. Let's check the rent. Nobody wants these houses. These could be great creative finance opportunities too. Remember, creative finance is not nearly as strict as cash is. Not nearly. I don't care if there's shootings for creative finance, and I don't care if the house barely rents out for anything. You structure the payments that work. So yeah, another bad one, guys. Another bad one. This guy's 99K and he's only renting out for this much. That's bad. 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 If we go to page 4, significantly cheaper houses now. Cheaper houses, but are they still in good condition? Home is well-maintained, perfect for starters. Okay. Okay, they're saying that this is a well-maintained home. The roof looks good. What does it rent out for? I'd love to see a 1,400 or a 1,350 here. Oh my God, it's $900, guys. So yeah, Memphis, maybe a great creative finance market. You see how none of these houses are selling, guys? Nobody's gonna buy these. You need to pitch creative finance here. This is creative finance all day long. Okay, 34 days on Zillow. Interior appears to be good. I think interior is good looking. But what's our rent gonna be, right? Rent is gonna be what is it, like $1,100, $1,050? What's it looking like? Oh shit, $1,300. Okay, so you might actually have something in Memphis if you dig deep enough. You might actually have something if you dig deep enough. Now, second test. What's the crime looking like? Crime is looking like okay. All right, we have something. Okay, that's gonna go for $1,300. I'm just gonna really inspect my interior right here to make sure I'm not. Okay, we don't have appliances here. No appliances. That is an expense. He said he'd do a little bit of rehab. Yeah, okay. Checking my bathroom floors. Yeah, that's okay. You know, it's all okay. Yeah. No, I get it. It's ugly. It's ugly as hell, but that's a 30-year roof. That's a 30-year roof. Lots of life left on it. No crime in the area. This is a deal. That's a deal. So this is a deal, but what price is it a deal at? Well, I'd love to get it at 60, but we'll run the equation. Remember, it's vacant, so he's looking for closer to 30% cash on cash return here. So I'd love to run this at 60 and kind of see where we are. If I get it at 60 and perhaps I send it to him at $64,000, down payment's 12,800, interest rate maybe 7.1 plus 250 taxes and insurance, 344 plus 250, 594 in payments. Rent is 1,300. Multiply 1,300 by 0.8 for expenses. Then go ahead and subtract that $594. Looks like you're getting 446 per month multiplied by 12. Looks like you're getting 5,352 per year divided by total cost of entry, which is going to be 17.8. Would this work? Yep, that works. That works. That's right on the dot. So my offer is 60. My offer is 60. Can they accept 60,000? That's where your creative finance brain needs to turn on and say, hey, is this actually going to work? No, yes, they could accept 60,000. They could accept 60,000. Now, what's going to happen when I present 60? My client will not go that low. And then 2 weeks later, hi, I understand you called about my listing on Cliffdale Street. We're just going to say we're interested. Oh, my offer's 55 now. My offer's 55 now. Yeah. Okay. Alexis. I'm scared of her. Okay. Guys, if you're late to this meeting, the consensus is we would love to get a 20% cash on cash return if we're occupied. If we're not occupied, we'd love to get a 30% cash on cash return. So this is a potential $4,000 check for me if I get a yes here. Of course, she's going to scream and yell, but that's okay. Usually they come back to you after a while. So let's give her a call. It does help that I have a house in Memphis on the good side of Memphis, not this side. Why is it doing this?
Thank you for holding. The next available representative will be with you momentarily.
No. Look up the phone number followed by the city and realtor. Name followed by city and realtor. You'll find them. Okay, so here's a LinkedIn for this person. Oh, you're from Seattle. Maybe you're nicer than I thought. What are you doing in Memphis? Washington, California? Oh, is this a different? I'm so confused. That's the same realty. Why do you have a listing in Memphis, dog? Seattle? Oh, God, y'all make it so hard to contact people. And I don't think that's the same realtor, guys. I don't think it's the same realtor. How do I contact this person?
Richard, you will find in the page that you just had in the Zillow, you will find the number of her, like really down, yeah. Down more, yeah.
I don't think that's her. Guys, this is a Seattle realtor. I don't think that's her. But at the same time, why wouldn't it be you? Because that's the same name, and you're a realtor, and you're with the same brokerage. I'm just gonna see her listings really quick. Arlington, Washington. Damn, bro. I don't really know what to do here, guys. I'd love to contact the realtor, but I don't know how. Do I skip trace the seller and ask for the realtor's phone number? I could do that. I feel like nobody else has reached out. I'm going to do fastpeoplesearch.com because this is a deal. And when nobody can reach the realtor, I low-key think it might be easier to get it because who else is called? Searching. Give me your phone number. Ownership type, corporate. Jamie Anderson, 24 years old, mobile. Okay, let's give him a call. Maybe we can talk to the seller instead because the realtor is completely unreachable. Not the right phone number. Well, that's a shame, guys. That's money laying on the ground. All you need to do is figure out the mystery of how to contact these people. I guess I'll call this phone number. This is the realty group. Maybe they can transfer me. Terrible. The Big Lebowski says, "Why did you call me?" Did I call you? What's the address? Yeah, find it for me.
Thank you for holding.
Oh.
The next available representative will be with you momentarily.
Terrible. I mean, I guess we can find another one. I'll just keep this tab open.
Thank you for holding. The next
I'm going to duplicate the tab, and I do want to look for one other thing. If you search tenants, kind of like what Yusuf told us about, you might be able to find one that has tenants in place already. So this guy's been here for 6 days.
Thank you for holding.
Tenant paying $1,000 a month. Terrible. What does this say? Tenant paying $11.50 per. Oh.
When you finish recording, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Yeah, I can't find their phone number. Completely unreachable brokerage. $9.50 a month. No go. No dice. Don't send us 2 1s either, guys. Nobody wants 2 1s. This thing looks kind of ugly. Really ugly, actually. 171 days on market. What a great creative finance opportunity. But I think you guys understand. Let's try Birmingham now, because it's not like these are hard to find. Can you imagine being the owner of this house and somebody has an offer for you, but you're completely unreachable? Maybe I like Instagram her. Should I Instagram her or something? Hold on, because I just can't believe this. Nobody's ever contacted the seller before. I'm honestly looking out for the seller at this point. Maybe I just call. Maybe I just call managing. Oh my God. North Carolina, Arizona. You guys have a Tennessee? You don't have a. All of these fun names and cool pictures, but behind you is just incompetence. Tennessee? Oh my God. Do we have somebody? Hold on. I think I have somebody. His name is Christopher. Oh, we've got a phone number for bro. He's not the listing agent, but he knows the listing agent. Perfect. Okay.
Hi there, this is Christopher. I'm sorry I can't come to my phone right now, but if you leave a brief message and your phone number, I'll get back to you right away.
I'll text him. Hey, Christopher, I'm a landlord in Memphis and I'm trying to buy one of your brokerage's listings, but the agent and office are unreachable. Are you with Trey Laura Realty? The listing is agent Alexis Martz. And then I'm going to save him in my contacts. Maybe he gets back to me. Okay, well, I tried my hardest. I thought maybe she could help, but at the same time, maybe I do give her a call really quick. They say there's a phone number here. Yeah, there's this phone number here. I guess I'll try this. I guess we'll try this. This person says Trey Laura is awful. We have 8 investor-owned houses in our subdivision that Alexis had listed. Completely unreachable.
0.
I just can't imagine being the seller of a house when you're dealing with a brokerage like this. Like, what do you do? The office is unavailable. Your partner's unavailable. You're unavailable. Your phone number's nowhere to be found. And then for some reason you're all the way across the United States too. You're not even local. Damn. Well, that would be a great one at 60K, guys. This would be a great one at 60K. Like if you got this at 60K, you'll make 5, right? Now I'm going to try in Birmingham. Very sad to let that go, but sometimes just the way the cookie crumbles. Up to $100,000. Guys, remember, we don't really like, I don't want anything that's a 2-bed, 1-bath. It also doesn't rent out for anything. So here's another one. Test number 1, just see the rent. What does it rent for? So that's bad. So we move on to the next one, guys. So that's bad. It's really bad. This thing's been here for 200 days. There's something wrong with it. This thing, 100 days on market. Oh, God. I guess I'll get rid of my tenant filter. Oh, I don't have the tenant filter on. 4-bed, 2-bath, typically rents for a little bit more. Interior needs a rehab, guys. That's a fix and flip right there with some interesting luxury fixtures in it. That's weird that y'all put that in here. Nah, that's a fix and flip, guys. And if you're like, it doesn't look that bad, there's stuff hiding, guys. There's stuff hiding. What is that? They ripped the electrical panel out or something? The breaker box? You got all this shit on the floor. Couldn't you clean that up before you listed the house? And then there's no countertops in here. That's a flip. That's for sure a flip, guys. It can still be a deal, but you want to get it at 70% of ARV. And then also account for the days on market. The days on market lets me know that nobody wants this. So if I'm going to make an offer, it's probably 40 or 50K. And if you're like, well, how do I get that? Exactly. How do you get it? You call them and you make the offer. And it's not the hardest thing to do, surprisingly. Nobody wants this house. 13 days on market. Exterior looks clean. Interior looks... What is that? Oh, it's a carport. Interior looks clean. I'm holding my breath just in case I see some stupid stuff, but I don't. So first things first, guys, I want the rent to at least be like 1,300, ideally closer to 1,400. I don't know if that exists in Birmingham. 1,200. So yeah, you can make the offer on a 1,200K house or 1,200K. Gosh, 1,200K. This is why I need to bed rot today, guys. You can make an offer on something like this, but in the chat, can you tell me where you probably need this? I'll let you know. It's kind of unfortunate. If it's 1,200 rent, where do you need it? Like 58K, guys. 58K. What is the chat saying? Yeah, 58K, not 40. Oh my God. So I think buyer needs to get this at 63. Buyer needs to get it at 63. Yeah. So now we're gonna go to Detroit and it's gonna be like deal. It's just
Richard, but isn't Alabama, I'm sorry to cut you off, isn't Alabama taxes and insurance are really low? Maybe it worked because the taxes and insurance are really low there.
It is significantly lower here. I'll shoot him a text. I'll say, hey, do you use a blanket figure for taxes and insurance? Because honestly, I've started to not play by the rules where you actually use the real taxes and insurance. And I've been using 250 and it kind of builds in a margin for error. Like if we're wrong, it helps. This thing looks nice though. I actually have confidence in this. Look how nice this thing looks. That's a great rehab right there. So I really like this thing. I'm interested in it. It's been there for 2 days. It's a flip, so they're not going to love my offer, but let's check. Yeah, still 1283. Let me ask him. I'll ask.
Hello.
Hey, quick question. Do you use a blanket 250 for taxes and insurance, even if it's not 250, like in an area like Birmingham?
I think we use a blanket number, because it applies to most of the properties. I mean, we understand some are going to be off by a couple bucks here and there.
Do you use, because I know I always use 250 for my underwrites in Detroit, but I'm looking at a house in Alabama which has $50 of property taxes and $30 of insurance. But I'm like, I don't know if they're going to underwrite that way.
I honestly just go with like whatever their average rule of thumb is, whatever it says it is for that area. Just go with that.
Huh. Okay.
Ultimately,
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess I'll just I'm gonna send you an address. Tell me what you think for taxes and insurance because it's literally says. I mean, I kid you not. It says $48 property taxes, $32 home insurance. Now I think it's slightly higher, but it is possible that it could be.
my guy Quaid is the one that always does the property taxes for all the properties. But yeah, send it over to me and I'll get you an answer on that. I'll let him take a quick look.
Yeah, let me know what you'd use for taxes and insurance on this because I've always taken this with a grain of salt. I mean, I don't know if it's accurate, but yeah, there's.
Text it to me and I'll text you back a response.
It's not. This is not like a deal or anything. Like the rent is kind of
Right.
low, but this is a hypothetical.
So what's the blanket properties in taxes? We are property tax and insurance fees for this area. That's what I'll ask.
Yeah. Let me know area. Well, I've been using 250 for Cleveland, 250 for Detroit, which is not far off, but Birmingham is drastically lower.
Property taxes and insurance.
Yeah. I just let me know what he wants to be at.
I will.
Thanks.
I'll text back to you. Thank you.
Talk to him. Bye-bye. So we'll get an answer on that, guys. It's not so much that it's a fact. It's more so like, well, I want to overestimate here to make sure we're right. But I'm just not seeing anything going for the rent that we need. Let's go to Cleveland. Let's go to Cleveland, guys. There's so many of these in Cleveland, Ohio. I also think that these can be multifamilies. Also, multifamily a go or no? I'll ask about multifamilies. So, 4-bed, 1-bath, turnkey house in what is it? Turnkey? Yeah, I think that's turnkey. Well, yeah. I guess we'll call it turnkey. It might need a little bit of something. It's been there for 140 days. I'm instantaneously turned off by this. I do not like this already. 140 days on market usually means something's going on. And in this case, it's a war zone. So remember, look at your days on market, guys. There's things to consider there. I think we could do 90K max here. I think we do 90 and then go from there because I'm pretty sure you have great single families in Cleveland. So, I want it to look really nice and clean, and I love 4-bed, 2 baths. That thing looks, I don't know, it's making me nervous. It looks fine, guys, but it is making me nervous. Do you see why this is just nerve-wracking? Like, what is this? It looks like they smeared some sort of gross substance on the wall. I don't like that, guys. That's weird. That's a creative finance deal, guys. You creative finance something like this. This doesn't look right to me. We'll keep looking. Blanket $200 for taxes and insurance here. So $200 for taxes and insurance in Birmingham. $200 taxes and insurance. I know it might be slightly less than that. It's just an overestimate. Starting to see the houses in Cleveland probably starting at 100K. Let's see, where do they start in Cleveland where they're nice? $100,000. We're going to price high to low. And let's just look at single family for now just to kind of see what we have here. So 2-bed, 3-bath. Absolutely not. This thing, 35 days on Zillow. Good time on Zillow. Interior does look really clean this time, so that's nice to see. Oh no. Currently generating $1,100 per month. That's really bad, guys. That's really bad. That's not good. You've got this thing right here. Your interior on this property is ugly. No, it needs rehab. It needs rehab. You see the wires and the shit around here. No, that needs rehab, guys. It's just not up to par. Noticing a trend here, guys. Maybe Cleveland is also kind of difficult. Looking at this guy. That looks okay. And then I see the door and I'm like, what's going on with the door? What's on the kitchen? Is that just a curtain? More weird stuff on the door. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I think the siding looks particularly nice. 200 days on Zillow, guys, instantaneously turned off. 200 days on Zillow. I'm just not interested when I see something like that. Come on, give me a clean property, guys. Give me a clean property. That guy is clean. That's a clean house, and it's been there for 2 days, and its rent is hopefully in the 13 to 1400 range, but not necessarily. You can also reverse search, and you can look at houses that rent for 1400 and then see what, oh, and look at this. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. Look at this, guys. That's what I'm talking about here. Now they're not going to like they're really not going to like my offer. However, I'm still going to make the offer. So first things first, guys, let's check out the spot crime. How many people have been unalived here? Oh, man, you got all these shootings here, man. You got a lot of shootings there. That's a shame. Here's another clean looking house, though. And I would like to stay in the area of this house. So where was that guy? Let's find that house. That house is right here. Remember, if we stay in this area, and maybe we go up to like 110K now. Okay, that didn't change anything. If we stay in this area, we know the rent is going to be high. So the rent is high, but let's also see if there's shootings here. I think there will still be shootings here. Okay, no change. No change in shootings there. Okay, so which market is easiest to get these deals in, guys? That's the question. Which market is easiest to get these deals in? That's a 2-1. That's a 3-1. Your 3-1 on your interior is good. Good interior. It does look kind of like a violent area just by the exterior of the house. And yeah, it's very violent. Okay, all right. I found one in Birmingham. I found nothing in Cleveland, Ohio. I just did want to try maybe 1 or 2 more times, guys. That's looking good. What's in the basement? Oh. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. It's a 4-1. Days on market, 6 days on market. What does it rent out for? Hopefully in the 14s. Okay. Okay. Crime? No, I don't think that's okay, guys. There's a lot of shootings. These are all from the past day, too. Look at that. February 17th, February 17th. You got another one right here. Okay, it won't let me click on it. But, geez, guys, these are all the past, like, 2 days. Oh, my God. Okay, now you see why I've been obsessed with Detroit recently. You see why I love Detroit recently? Watch how easy this shit is to find in Detroit. I'm literally going to find it in 5 houses. How far back should you look for shootings? It's honestly not how far back. It's just if it's there. It's just if it's there or if it's not there. Okay, so now we're in Detroit, which is the land of cheap single families that rent out for a shit ton. Lots of 110K houses. I'm going to page 5. So now we're at 100K houses. This guy's coming soon. I feel like a coming soon house is not going to like my low ball. No land. Come on. No land. Just houses. Lots of houses. Lots and lots of houses here. And then, I don't think we need to be at 110 here. I think 85 will suffice. I just know that you have great houses. And look at that, guys. Is Detroit that much different than Cleveland to have this sort of a price drop? Like, that's the shit right there. Look how clean that house is. None of that other stuff that we are looking at. 85,000. Oh, God. Did you see something? Did anybody see something in the description that they liked? I saw something in the description that I liked. What does that mean? What does that mean? Land contract terms. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. What's the buy box price? Have I gone on buy box cartel once for this? I'm not using buy box cartel for cash deals, guys. I use that for creative finance deals. You need to know this stuff, not rely on a calculator to give you this stuff. If you're relying on a calculator, I'm just going to say this once, you will lose. If you are relying on a calculator, you will lose. You need to manually be able to understand yes or no. You need to be able to analyze these listings quick. So what is my first thought? How many days on market? 200 days. Thought process, that's really bad. What the hell is going on with this house? Second thought process, you've got good rent, but you also have a tenant in place. I saw a tenant in place. Third thought process, people have been executed here recently. Fourth thought process, I don't care. You're open to a land contract. I'm calling. Now, this guy doesn't pick up the phone, does he? Right?
He will never pick up the phone. He will never pick up the phone.
Pain and sadness. It's just imagine the seller's perspective. Just imagine the seller's perspective. The seller's perspective is, I'd like to sell my house. I'd like to sell my, hey, I just got word, multifamily is a go. Multifamily is a go. But 30% return for multifamily is 30%. It'll be so easy to find multifamily in these places. Watch, look at this. I'm going to go back to Cleveland really quickly because we didn't find a single family there, but oh my goodness. Oh my God. We can easily get multifamily for the returns we need. So if we just filter for multifamily here, guys, remember, you're going to still need a discount. But if you just filter for multifamily, sorry, I need to raise that thing a little bit. Unable to verify, please try again. There we go. Okay. So let's find a multifamily, guys. This looks nice. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. You got a tenant in place on one unit. 3 hours ago, maybe. Let me check your shootings. No bullets, lots of bullets. Okay. Remember, you will die if you go to Cleveland, so we have to look out for that. So 13 minutes on Zillow. Holy shit. 13 minutes on Zillow. $8.95 per month. What? So what if we did 130? What if we did 130 max price point, and we price high to low here? Make sure it's clean. So there's a 6.2. 6.2 is nice. Now, because every house that I've seen has a ton of people getting executed there, we're going to need to look at the crime first. Yeah, I don't want a single shooting there, guys. I don't want any shootings there. So maybe rather than looking at anything else in Cleveland, start with the crime. That'll suffice. That's way over there. That's like two neighborhoods over, guys. 2 neighborhoods over. That's going to be okay. Okay. Rent potential up to $1,200 a month. Great. I don't agree with you, but great. So it'll probably go for, okay. All right. So that'll probably cash flow 20% as is. I think it's probably $900 a month, both sides. So let's consider this $1,800. So guys, you need to take their listing with a grain of salt because I think they're lying here. It's been there for 33 days. My call will be welcome. I also want to pitch creative finance on this. So I'm going to be looking up what they might owe on their house. Yes, we can do both. Oh my goodness. It's perfect. It's a perfect deal. We can literally do both deals. Both deals can be done. You know what I mean, guys? They owe 130 or they owe 100 and something, but they're asking 130. I could probably get this for 110. Or I could offer to take over the debt for like probably $15,000 to $17,000. This is the sauce. This is the sauce right there. So I love this deal. I'm already obsessed with it. Let's run this thing at me getting it for 110. Buyer pays 115. Okay, so down payment, you need to be able to take 20% quickly. What is that, 23K? 23K, 7.1 plus 250. So that's 618 plus 250 is going to be that. And then we're going to take our rent of 900 per side, $1,800 multiplied by 0.8, 1440, subtract your 868. This should make you about, ooh. That's not going to fly. I already know it's not going to fly. That won't be 30%, guys, because if you multiply that by 12 and then you divide it by 23, 28, no. No, it's not there. It would need to be lower than 110, guys. And we can't, so maybe if I ran this, so let me check rent in the area. I'm going to check rent in the area. So this is a 4.2 duplex with a lot of square footage, actually, lots of square footage. If we click for rent, this is a house. That's a house. That's a unit for $850, but it's got much less square footage. That's a house for $1,350. House for $16. Apartment for $950 with 2,300 square feet. Guys, see how the rent is 900? It's 900. So that's not going to fly. I know they said 1,200, but look, this is a bigger apartment that hasn't rented out and it's renovated. So it's renovated. It doesn't need any work. It's bigger. 2,000 square feet is pretty big for an apartment, and it's a 3-1 and we're a 2-1. So yeah, my estimate was right, guys. It's not. Now this can still be a deal. It's just I'd need it at 100K. Maybe 105. Probably 100 though. My phone is ringing.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Buyer, Evangeline Road.
Thanks. Please stay on the line.
I don't know, Purple Owl.
I'm sorry, this person is not available. If you would like to leave an additional message.
Hey, I just saw your listing on Evangeline Road. I was running it for cash on cash return. I'm looking for 30% right now. I was going to hit you guys with $110,000, but I looked it up on public record. It looks like your client probably wouldn't want that offer. I see that they owe pretty close to that amount, given that they purchased it pretty recently. I'm buying another house on Parkview right now in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm giving them money to take over their mortgage. I wonder, could I pay your commission and potentially give your client $10,000 on top of your commission with closing costs to take over the debt? So what would we be looking at? I'll give you $5K for your commission. I'll give your client $10,000 and I'll pay all closing costs on top. And I'm looking to take over the mortgage that they may have on the house. I don't want to do this if it's not being offset from their credit score. So this is 100% contingent on this being offset from their credit score. I would hate to leave them high and dry like that. But yeah, I'd love to see if we can make something happen on your listing on Evangeline Road. So I send verbal offers like that all the time, and I just save their information. Verbal LOI for your listing on Evangelical Road, Evangeline. RS6 is ready to go. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So you guys, now I really have to go. My RS6 is done being tuned. I have to test that out. But it's okay, I'll hang out for a little bit. All right, you guys understand? Do you understand? I think you understand. I'm pretty sure you understand. Go find the deals. Go find the deals. How do I do this and make money? Oh, I just talked about it for like an hour. Join the Discord. It'll be there. Okay. How do you know if a property will cash flow so quickly? It's pretty simple. If a house, what does a 100K house rent out for? $1,200 to $1,400. What is your mortgage on a 100K house? $615. What about a 200K house? Your mortgage on a 200K house probably $1,200 to $1,400. Your rent on a 200K house probably $1,300 to $1,700. Taking 20% off the top, no cash flow. What about a 500K house? 500K house rents out for $3,500, but maybe $2,700, $2,700 to $3,500 for 500K. Occasionally $3,000. What's your mortgage on 500,000? Well, I would guess a 500K mortgage with taxes and insurance might be about $2,900. Let's find out. $500,000 house, 100K down payment. Interest rate will be slightly less. Oh, that's $1 million down payment. Interest rate slightly less. Maybe we're looking at a 6.8 because it's a larger amount. Maybe a 6.7 even. $2,500. Add taxes and insurance, and I'm like on the dot. Let's just grab a random 500K house in, I don't know, Birmingham should be fine. Birmingham minimum price point $499. It's all pattern recognition, guys. Pattern recognition. Not a single 500K house in all of Birmingham. Are you kidding me? We're just like, no, come on. I know there's $1 million houses in Birmingham. 490,000 max 500. Come on, show me a 500K house. There we go. Okay, 500K house. The taxes and insurance on it are going to be $254 and $167. Okay, 254 plus 167 plus your mortgage payment on here of 2581. Yeah, dude, I was literally exactly right. I said your mortgage on a 500K house would be $2,900. It's $3,000. I also said the rent would be anywhere from $2,700 to $3,500. Let's just test that too. Testing your rent here. Your rent on something like this would be, I'm gonna say, I think it'll probably be like 26. I think 2,600 on something like maybe 2,800. Yeah, 2,400, 24. So yeah, when you ask me, how do you know if a house cash flows? It's just pattern recognition. I'm not using a calculator. This is just mental math. Like it's really easy. You just start looking at mortgages for a while, and you're like, oh yeah, a mortgage for a 200K house is probably without principal and interest $1,100, but when you add taxes and insurance, it'll probably be like closer to $1,350. It's just I'm not doing crazy calculations in my head. It's just like pattern recognition. Over time, you start to see like, oh, 200K house mortgage is this, 300K house mortgage is this, and it's not an exact amount. I think about a range in my head, and then I think about what the house might rent out for, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So it's just basic estimation. Anyways, I may have one or two follow-ups here because we had some good calls yesterday. So I talked to this guy, Charlotte. I also talked to this person. So my Norman, Oklahoma deal, I'm going to do a quick follow-up. I'll do a couple creative finance calls right now, guys. We tried cash, but realtors are like, let me list your house. By the way, I will not be answering the phone. So, that's how that went. So we'll talk to some sellers now. Okay, so this is the mortgage takeover from yesterday. Here we go. We just needed his back payments.
Hello.
Hey man, how you doing?
Good, and you?
Doing pretty well. You get a hold of the bank by chance?
I did. I got a hold of him last night, and that's what I texted you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have a sea of texts in my phone. How much is out on the back payments?
So the back payments are rolled into the back end. It's because it was a partial claim that I did. So
Okay.
no back payments are actually due at the time of assumption.
Oh, great, great, great. So just a little bit of rehab that we have to do and closing costs,
Mhm.
probably in it for about 15,000. Okay. Do you want me to send you an agreement?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. I'm about to head out on the road here
Take
to
your
go over to a
time.
friend's house. Okay.
Take your time, man. You don't no need to figure something out right now. I'm going to send this
Okay.
over to you and I'll give you a call in the next couple days.
Okay.
All I
Sounds good.
need is the legal owner and then email for that person so that I can send it to them.
Okay. Benjamin Porter, and then
Would
Pete
you mind
Porter.
texting it to me? Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Talk soon.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
Oh my God, that was scary. Wow, look at that. We got a deal. And I'm literally gonna make 10 off this. Maybe not 10. What do you think, guys? So here's the deal. 1,100 payments, 1,400 rent, 3.5% interest on about, well, let me just check it. So here's the significant thing about this, guys. Equity. Equity. I will make, I think 8. What do you think? 8? Here's why I think 8. The reason I think 8 on this house, and let me check Section 8 rent because I could low-key argue that it's a Section 8 play too. So it's in Cleveland County. I want to do Oklahoma, Cleveland County, zip code. Oh my God, the Section 8 rent is nice. The Section 8 rent would allow for cash flow. The Section 8 rent would allow for cash flow. Isn't it illegal to wholesale anywhere in the States? Yeah, I'm committing federal crimes on camera right now. Make sure to turn me in. So this is great. This is great rent right here. 1740 is great. I will make 8 on this. I will make 8. Why do you work off of a small screen? I don't know. It doesn't feel too small to me. It doesn't feel too small. Here's my justification as to 8. It's an equity play. He owes 145K, maybe more than that now because back payments maybe 150K. House I think is worth closer to 200K. So I think the house is worth closer to $200,000. He bought it for 165 back in 2021. So there's justification there. He's got a 3.5% interest rate. We're walking into the deal with $50,000 of equity, 25% equity in the deal. And then on top of that, you've got 1,700 Section 8 rent, which is probably a lie, but not all investors know that. And then you also have a 3.5% interest rate. So if I get that for 5K down, I'm pretty sure I could sell that for 8K down. What I mean is 13K down plus closing costs. So I think it's an 8K deal. Let's see what chat says. Some of the questions people ask are crazy. Here, let me type a fun one for you, Taylor. I found a house for $1.2 million and I got a 100K discount. What is my fee? Then when I tell them that, hey, that's probably not a deal, that's probably what they say. You're telling students good job when they got a 20K discount and I got a 100K discount and you're telling me it's not a deal. You're a scammer. That's like what I have to do. I have to approach these questions with calmness every day of my life. But chat, that's a deal. Y'all just saw me pull a deal on stream. Okay, next question. Why don't you ever show how to do contracts? And for today's demonstration, I will do a contract. Okay. Hashtag contract. Richard, I'm in preschool. I got this turnkey verbally accepted first day. Okay. Let's talk. Nate, I will talk to you. I like what you're saying. Just left for a bit. What happened? Nothing. I'm just having schizophrenic conversations with myself. Don't worry about it. So we're going to go to contracts. Richard, call my deal. I will. I promise. So if you're looking to do a contract and you want it to go quickly, all you need to do is, if you were a kitchen utensil, what would you be? Fork, for sure. Fork supremacy. But a spork could be pretty valuable as well. So I'm going to click make a copy, and then I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to set a timer. How long do you think it'll take me to do this contract? I will set a timer. Did you fix the RS6 floor mat issue? No, it's literally going to kill me. Is that video doing well? Andrew, you see my video today? Oh, it's literally doing well. Damn. It actually is doing well. Y'all liked that? I didn't think anybody would like that. Oh my God. Andrew, you see the video? Andrew.
No.
Andrew, what would you say about this? Not real estate related. Posted 1 hour ago. 430 likes, 70 comments.
Oh wow, that's really good. 70 comments is crazy.
430 likes and 70 comments in 1 hour is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a lot.
It was funny though, bro. That's crazy. Yo, did your brake actually, or did your pedal actually get stuck like while you're driving?
Dude, it was terrifying. And it happened like 3 times. I floor it on a straightaway and I'm like, oh yeah, we're going quick. And then I unfloor it and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And I like pull the car
Dude,
back.
and people don't know, but like I got anxiety watching that video because I know how you drive, bro. When you pedal, like you go, yeah. I got nervous watching it, bro.
Dude, so what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna take a knife or a Sharpie and I'm gonna draw around the entire gas thing and I'm just gonna cut it out. Like I'm just gonna do a full cutout right there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. Anyways, that video is ripping. Can you post that on YouTube for me?
I got you.
Thanks. Guys, I'll fix it. Don't worry, I'll fix it. That is really bad though, right? Okay. I love posting a video that has nothing to do with real estate and you guys love it. That's because I don't want to just post real estate stuff, guys. I just don't know if I can. Because I just don't know if it'll get engagement, but I tested it today and y'all loved it. Make sure you can hit neutral. I mean, if you're my solution is to fix it. We'll fix it. Okay, so let's do the contract and let's set a timer. If you guess within 5 seconds of how long it takes me to do this contract, I will give you $20. So we'll do guesses right now, and then we will. No, not yet, not yet. Within 5 seconds of how long it takes me to do it, you will need to. You will get $20. If you can guess how long it takes, I will give you $20. So the guesses begin now. Guess. Go. Guess. I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Stop. Okay. If somebody within here guesses my time to do this contract within 5 seconds, I will do an additional giveaway today of $20. And anybody who's saying anything more than 3 minutes, you're wrong. Okay. So I'm going to set a timer on my phone and I'm going to speed run this contract as fast as I can. This does not include DocuSign. This is simply prepping the agreement. Okay. Ready? 3. Wait, I need the house. I need the house up. I don't have the house up. Hold on. I don't have the house up. I just need to know. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my God, I'm losing time. I'm losing time. Oh my gosh. Okay, 146, 146,000. Call it 150 plus 5, 155,000. Approximate 155,000. 155,000. Approximate existing first mortgage. I'm gonna bold this so he knows it's approximate. Amount to cure loan defaults, none. Cash at the close of escrow, $5,000. Close of escrow, February, probably March 5th. We'll do March 10th, 2026. I think I'm like literally done. Buyer, my holding company, because I'm eating my assignment fees now. GT Properties Group, address, not putting that on yet. Email, I barely checked this. You're not going to get a hold of me here. Yes. Seller carryback, not important. Subject to addendum will be added later, even though this is not a subject to deal. And then TX gets changed to this is okay. TX gets changed to okay. And then at the bottom, there's a wrong date. The wrong date is, oh my gosh. We probably want to sign this right now. So we're probably looking at February 20th, Feb 20th, 2026. That's when I'll sign. Pausing screen share to add personal details because I'm not done yet technically. I need to add my details. I need my address. I need my telephone. And stop. The time is 2:08. The time is 2:08. 2:08. Now we will see if any of you guys get any money. 2:08. 2:33 close. 2:30 close. 147. 147. Very close guess on the 147. Almost there. 2:22. Very close guess. 2 minutes 45. 2 minutes flat. Closest guess, yes. Closest guess yet. You're 3 seconds away. I'm 2:08. Oh shit! I owe this guy $20. Oh damn it! Damn it! Okay, you're the first one who said it. All right, I'll give you $20. Okay. Well, now you know it literally takes 2 minutes to do a contract. It literally takes 2 minutes. Okay, Jay Prince, what do you have? You have Venmo?
I got Zelle.
You got Zelle. Do you have Cash App?
Yeah, Cash App works.
Can you DM me Cash App?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, but now I can like, because guys, I'll have people like, Richard, I need help with a contract and your team is off. What do I do? And I'm like, bro, you're drowning in 2 inches of water. Let's try not to be incompetent. So y'all can do your contracts. And if you're like, wait, but how do I know what to do? What you did just so quickly. I have a video on how to do it, bro. In contracts, there's a video. Didn't someone say 205? Yeah, that's why I'm giving it. It's the first person to guess it within 5 seconds. Bro is the first person within 5 seconds. Somebody from Seattle. Somebody from Seattle is calling me. Oh my God, Seattle agent is calling me. Hello?
Hi, this is Alexis with Chalora Realty. How are you?
Hi, Alexis. I'm doing well. I was calling about a listing, but I think it may be a duplicate. I'm not sure if it's yours. There's a Trelora Realty, however you say it, in Memphis, or I'm sorry, in Birmingham, Alabama. I was calling on one of those listings and it had your name on it with that realty, but I saw all of your listings were in Seattle. So I wasn't sure if you were the right person.
Yes, I have a bunch of listings in Memphis and Missouri, but my brokerage has a different person set up for Alabama. So if you're looking for Alabama, I need to forward you to a different person.
Yeah. Let me text you the address because I don't have it in front of me right now. I think it might have been, unless it's this guy right here. No, I don't know what it was, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to text it to you. Let me know if you have a contact for that. I was going to send it over an offer.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. Text me and we'll go from there.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Hey, Robert. Okay. So I guess that was her. Does anybody remember that address? And then maybe this guy sent me his.
Yeah, it's in your DM.
Fidel, why'd you get a new phone? Okay, it was, oh, thanks. Really? No, I don't think it was, dude. I don't see any address like that on Clifford. I think you duplicated the tab. Yeah, I did duplicate it, but I can't find it. I'll find it in my history. It'll be in my history for sure. Okay, so we started looking at this deal in, was it Memphis? Oh, it was Memphis. I am so sorry. It was Memphis. Let's call her back. It was Memphis. I think I have the real. Okay, we didn't get a hold of her, but hey, I think I found it. My lender has me pre-approved at 61,000. I know we're kind of far below list, but usually if I shoot out 10 to 15 offers like this, somebody negotiates with me. Send. And then proof of funds really quickly, and then I'm going to cash out this guy. Bear with me for just a sec. Do we need new proof of funds, guys? Y'all want new proof of funds? Okay, I'll upload it. I have another one. Don't worry, I will refresh it. We will refresh it. All right, this is from February 19th. Today, proof of funds. Enjoy. Let me get her some POF. Okay, so here you go. It's a DSCR loan, so I would have a financing contingency, a 6-day inspection period, non-refundable EMD of $1,000. We'll do $1,250. $1,250 submitted post inspection. Buyer name GT. Perfect. Sent. I'm going to add her to my contacts just so I know who's calling, and then I'll save that. So I ended up offering 62 guys because he told me that taxes and insurance would be slightly less than we thought. So I'm at 62,000. I think I could assign it for 66. So that would be a $4,000 assignment fee. We looked at 64 previously, but we were using the blanket 250 for taxes and insurance. He updated us to a 200 taxes and insurance on this. So I think potentially 65, 66 is possible. I've offered 62. It's listed for 84. I really like the price point of the house's listing. I think that's good. So yeah, what is my confidence level? Probably 75, 80%. Because guys, so many people hate me because y'all try to do a deal and it doesn't go through, and it guys, it costs you nothing to get these things under contract. If you actually get a good cash deal, I'm still 75, 80% confident it will sell. So I'm like, I think it's worth locking up. Do I have 100% confidence? Am I going to completely ruin my own day if I have to cancel a contract? No, I don't care. It's just not the end of the world, guys. Okay. So I told them I have a financing contingency. I told them I need an inspection contingency so I can back out of the contract if I don't find a buyer. But honestly, I just, based on everything we talked to this guy about, the crime, the price point, the location, the beds, the baths, the rent, terms sound good, outside price. Okay, so I think she didn't like my offer. So she's kind of like pre-rejecting my offer, but we still have to present it. So she'll present it. Agent. And then let's see. She says 70K range to get them to respond. Okay. She wants me to be at 70K. I can't be at 70, but I can run this one more time. I can run it one more time. I can't be at 70, guys. I will share my screen on the house one more time, and I'm going to do the underwrite one more time, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and do Zillow rental estimator. I'm going to estimate my rent. And then I think that we're looking at $1,300 on the rent here. So we'll do 1,300 multiplied by 0.8. Then let's go ahead and put in our price. If I got this thing for, say, God, if I upped it to 60, if I up my offer to 65, I mean, maybe I can make $2,000. Let's try this thing at 67,000. 67,000, down payment is 13.4. 13.4. Interest rate probably 7.1%. Now let's add 200 for taxes and insurance. So 560 is my payment. Let's subtract 560 from this. 560. Let's go ahead and multiply that by 12. That brings us here. Then let's divide that by total cost of entry. This is buyer paying 67, guys. So this is higher than I wanted to be, but maybe I can make $2,000 on this. Buyer paying 67, 13.4 plus 5 for closing costs, 18.4 divided by 18.4. I don't know. It's going to be close, guys. Oh shit, that's there. That's actually there. So my lender's number is kind of where my lender's number is, but I can always kind of stroke a little bit more on top of that. They qualify kind of based on rent and mortgage payment. So I don't think I can get them to come up, but I can come up kind of on top of their loan. I'll just allocate that money to the title company and that'll go on top of it. So hey, let's tell them 65 because I do like the rent. There's not much crime in the area. House looks good. Let's tell them 65K and see if we can get something there. Okay. So I just increased to 65, and because that's 31%, now I'm thinking I do 65 to 68 for a 3K assignment fee. 65 to 68. So I like that. I like that. We still need to send out my contract and Cash App this guy, but we did end up getting a hold of this person in Memphis. Very exciting. I'd love to put another 3K on my closing for this month. This month, I'm at 13 plus 1. I have a 1K assignment, guys. I kid you not, 1K. I have $1,000 assignment on this thing. But I'll take it, I'll take a 1K assignment. So I'm at 13 for the month, not including my flip, which gets inspected tomorrow. I'm very nervous about that. So I'm probably looking at, if I get this and the other one, that would be 3 plus 8. Oh no, the 8's already included. So I'm looking at like 16 for the month, not including the flip. If I get this yes as well. And then I also have this one in Beaumont, Texas, which I think I'll get a yes on as well. So we'll say offered $65,000 via text follow up. And just for shits and giggles, why don't I also submit creative finance on that? Don't you think I should do creative finance on that too? Yeah, let's just do both. So this guy has no loan on it. Okay, no loan on it. And I'll tell him, hey, let's also shoot him another, is it him or her? I don't really know. We'll say them. Let's shoot them another option. I would do $130,000. $130,000. Wait, what was it listed for? 85? Okay, that's kind of high. Maybe 125. Seller financed. $125,000. I pay your commission. We'll do maybe cash to seller at close. Monthly payments of 600. 600? Yeah, 600. Monthly payments of 600. Balloon payment on year 6 for. So 125. What's 600 times 72? That's going to be 43,200 plus my 10 down payment, 53,200. 125 minus 53,200 of 71,800. Parentheses, I know this is likely to be rejected, but I always shoot my shot. So I sent two options here. I sent two options because if they say yes to that, I'll make more. I can sell a creative finance deal for even more. I sell that creative finance deal for $6,000 to $7,000. So that would be a win right there. Maybe 7,000. How do you just come up with $600 per month? It's seller finance. You create your own payments. But what is my thought process? Well, taxes and insurance are $200. You know, the rent is $1,300 and it's 0% interest. So you don't need as high of a cash on cash return. Usually a 12 to 13% will suffice. I think 600 is slightly on the high end. I'd love to be closer to 500, but it'll be fine. There's not really any math. I think the math kind of looks like $1,300 multiplied by 0.8. Subtract 600, then subtract 200. So it's like, yeah, you're only making $240 per month, but it's just not that strict. Multiply that by 12, 2,800 per year divided by, she gets 3,500 for commission. We're looking at what is that? What is that? 13.5? Is that 13.5? That would be 21% cash on cash, but remember, you know, we have to factor in some other things. So 2880 divided by 2880 divided by 13.5, 18.5, 22.5 with an assignment fee. It's a 12.8% cash on cash return, which suffices. It's not amazing, but it suffices. Okay. So yeah, there's two options there. Do you use AI at all? Just to say hi. I don't actually use it for business at all. But gosh, okay, let's actually do what we're supposed to do now. I'm going to cash out bro money first, and then we're going to send this other guy the contract. I get so distracted. Bro gets $20 for guessing whatever he guessed. I forget. Oh, how long it would take me to do the contract. Jay Prince, I just paid you. You get that?
Yeah, I got it.
Cool. Thanks, man. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay. I have to repay myself from the company account because I used to send people money out of my personal funds, but not anymore. Now it comes out of the company account. Transfers. We're going to do 20. This is from a giveaway. Going back to me. Okay, that's done. And then contract is done. Just needs to be sent to bro. File, download, PDF. I like to add my signature onto it first so that he can just make a decision right then, right there. So we'll go ahead and do that. Tools, annotate, text. Bear with me, I need to add my initials here. And then I need to do DocuSign. I can't share his email and name, guys, so I'm just gonna do this really quick and then I'll get back to you, okay? Guys, I said I was gonna do 2 hours, but look at that. We're probably doing the full stream. Oh, well. Oh, well. I just have too much fun talking to myself. Okay, what's his name? His name is Benjamin Porter. Come on. Benjamin Porter. His email is this. Come on. Why isn't that working? Oh, my Bluetooth is off? There we go. Okay. And then next. So that's offer accepted, guys. That's offer accepted. I said I'd sell this for 8K. Almost done, guys. Almost done. So sorry. I know this is tedious and not fun, and I'm losing all my viewers, but I'm almost done. I'm doing deals in real time, guys. I'm doing deals in real time. And then I'm going to highlight him green as contract has been sent or offer accepted. So she rejected my seller finance offer, but she's presenting my 65K offer. Okay. That's great, guys. We got a lot of deals in motion right there. Contract done, another offer out on that. That's a productive session. I just need to call Andrew Steele now. Hey Andrew, what do you have?
Hey, let me know if you want to call this guy. It's a $500,000 home in Surprise, Arizona. Big population. It's going to be a $0 down deal. So do you want to call him, or do you think we can sell it?
I do think we can sell it. Can you tell me about the rate? Is it 6?
Yeah, it's like 6.5 or something like that. Pretty high. But he said that he's expecting to lose money. They're only losing because they're only moving because they have to, or they're only selling it because they have to move. Sorry. So I think you might be able to work with them on closing costs. You know, like, hey, pay closing costs. I threw that out there, and he seemed like he was okay with it, but just confirm with him.
Yeah, dude, if we could truly get that for $0 down where we don't have to pay closing costs and he pays the 6K for closing, that's easy 5K deal right there. Easy 5K deal. Yeah, that's great, man. This is exactly what we're looking for, guys. So here's a 7% interest rate. I'll share my screen on this, guys. We're gonna do one more call. Okay, guys. So this is gonna be a go. I don't have a phone number from you, Andrew. Pamela, yeah. Remember, Pamela, we had a 12-year-old do a deal. You are just speaking bullshit. How Europe benefit from your know-how? We got a European hater? Dude, I can't be mad because of the way that you phrased it. I can't be mad. He says, you're just speaking bullshit. How can Europe benefit from your know-how? You're just speaking bullshit. I'm just imagining an angry German man on the other side of that phone. That is funny. Okay. All right. I think this is probably the blanket answer to that question. Are you a scam? I want to invest 50K. Are you German, bro? Tell me if you're German. Please tell me if you're German. I just have to know if you're German. Okay, but check this address out. So this is significant, dude. I'm gonna give you. This is the last thing I'll say. This is the only thing I can say that will benefit a European student. But check this out. So this, let me show you. Hold on. Okay, so this is a buyer, and this is one of my buyer's houses. He's Austrian. Yo, he's so close. He's so close to German. So that's actually how he sounds. He actually sounds like, you are just speaking bullshit. He's actually sounding like that. That's perfect. Okay. So check this out. This guy is named Harry. This is Harry. Harry is a buyer of real estate. Okay. He sometimes joins me on stream. This house is a house that he bought and flipped. Now, the thing is, a 12-year-old got him this deal. I swear to God. And I'm giving you the buyer so that you can ask. He has a video of him closing the deal right here. Check this out. Ready? Look at this. So a 12-year-old out of my community right here found him this deal from Singapore. So 12-year-old Singaporean child found him this deal. Here is a video of him buying the house in real time.
On the Mount Auburn purchase, this is a deal I'm buying from a 12-year-old wholesaler through the Hold My Hand wholesale community.
So that's like literally him. That's literally a 12-year-old. He got paid $3,000. And then you know what he did after that? After that deal, he did a $48,000 deal with another student of Hold My Hand Wholesale named Riley Kelly. Look at this. This is his $48,000 deal. So he is from Singapore, speaks English with an interesting accent, does this in the middle of the night, and he has made a ridiculous amount of money doing it. How does he sign if he's 12? Well, he's 13 now, and the way that he did the first deal is that I signed for him. The way that he did the second deal is that Riley Kelly signed for him. So you either have a student sign for him, or I'll sign for him, or mom and dad signs for him. But that's the buyer and that's the address. And remember, you can reach out to the buyer and ask if that happens. But he also has a video of him buying the house on his Instagram. So it's really cool. Anyways, I'm going to do my own call now. But I loved imagining you saying that with your accent. We're going to call Kyle. Yo, Kyle has a Portland area code, Andrew. You see that? Is he from Portland?
I'm not sure. Didn't ask him, but yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
Dude, he's from Portland. We're gonna bond. Watch this.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Richard Taylor.
Thanks. Please stay on the line.
Dude, if you still need to speak to me after knowing that a 12-year-old Singaporean child has done multiple deals, I don't know how to help you. I hope I can talk to him. He's from my city.
Hello.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, yeah, this is me.
Hey, it's Richard. I was calling you about the house you sent me, the Mariposa Grande house in Surprise.
Yeah, however you want to pronounce it works. Yep.
How are you pronouncing it?
Mariposa. I say grand. I know it's spelled grande. Doesn't
Maybe it
flow
is
right.
grand. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
But
it's an interesting one.
So hey, your area code, it's a Portland area code. Are you from Portland?
I grew up in Kaiser, just south of Salem, or just north of Salem.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah, we moved over to Bend for a couple of years. Then I moved down here to Arizona for a job. So it's kind of been all over the place.
Really cool. I'm from Portland, so I saw the area code and I was like, oh, no way. We're
Yeah,
talking to somebody from the same neck of the woods.
for sure. I've seen your Instagram before. I graduated Oregon State a year after you did. So
no way.
Yeah, we're
really?
pretty close. Yeah.
What dorm did you stay in?
Oh, to be honest with you, I was kind of hybrid. So I was online and then I was at the Cascades campus for a couple years.
Oh, Cascade and Bend.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow, small world. Okay,
I know.
Let's see if we can put my business degree to use. What's your game plan with Mariposa?
Don't know. My girlfriend is finished up ultrasound school, so she's going to be a sonographer here soon. She's applying to jobs in Boise and Spokane. We missed the greenery. We kind of hate the desert down here.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to keep my job because my job's pretty great, but the environment's not great. So if we sold it on like normal market, I plan to list at like 540 and just say, hey, it's 20 grand in seller concessions because there's a lot of builders here offering rate buy downs.
Oh, cool.
So I figured that's kind of how I could compete with them. I'm optimistic that at best, I think we'd make 10 grand. At worst, I think we'd lose 15.
Got it.
I don't know what you can do for me in that situation, but
Sure.
I wanted to ask.
Well, yeah, let's see what we can do. Zillow has an estimate of 498,000. I don't know if that's accurate. What do you think you would list it for again?
Well, to be honest with you, that's what we paid. I think Zillow's estimate is actually a little lower. Zillow doesn't take into account any of like the upgrades or options that we added in. Because it's a new build community, the numbers are very skewed. They basically will see, okay, the builder puts up a spec home for 460. They're going to advertise it at 460, but then by the time you choose the appliances and all the upgrades you want, it's going to close at like 520. So Zillow's really fucked up right now.
Right.
I that's kind of where my estimate comes in.
So you think you'd list closer to 520 on this?
I think we listed 540 and then just mentioned the seller concessions in the notes and kind of have like a net sale of 520. If you look at the comps around, people have been cutting, 5, 10, even 15,000 at a time. So I would be listing at 540, expecting to sell at a net price of about 500.
Got it. Okay. And then what's owed on the property right now?
473.
473. Okay.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I like to take these over and put tenants in them and see if I can generate a profit there. And I'm usually after low rates, but the time that you bought it, it's probably like a 6.5 or 7% rate here. So I guess we can look at the rental side of things. Do you know what you're paying monthly on this thing?
Our total all in, there's $150 a month HOA. So we're paying like $36.50 all in. The P&I think is like $31.50, I want to say.
Got it. Okay.
Maybe a little less actually. Yeah, our interest rate is 6.6, so it's not attractive.
Got it. Okay. And then as far as the rent in the area, it's actually not pulling up this area for rent because it's a new build community. I guess it's just not there for some reason. What do you think it rents out for?
Uncertain. I wish I had a better number for you. I know the rentals estimates that I've seen are anywhere from 23 to 2,400. I think that's low. I think you could rent it for 28, but as an investor, I'm sure you're going to aim on the lower end. So if I were you, I'd aim at 23.
And then you said the payment was closer to 33 on this?
Yeah. I mean, our all in, like after HOA and insurance and all that is $36.50. So I think our just principal and interest, I think we're about 31. And then with taxes, I think we're around 33.
Got it. Okay, so my exit strategy on this would be to kind of take it off of your hands and then resell it on a higher interest rate. So I'd essentially go to somebody who is unable to qualify for whatever reason, and I'd say, hey, I could sell this to you at like an 8% interest rate, and then I essentially resell it to them for the same price, but charge them 8% interest so that I can cash flow on it. Their kicker is, well, hey, I can go to the bank and I can get a 6.5% interest rate right now. So I have to beat the bank somewhere, and usually I have to beat them on down payment. So I'm saying I'd find a new individual to buy the house after I buy it off of you. I'd charge them an 8% instead of 6%, and that's how I'd make my cash flow. But in order for that to make sense to that individual, I would have to charge them a really small down payment comparable to an FHA loan. And the reason I say that is because they can go get 3.5% down at 6.5% interest. So if it's going to make sense, I've got to give them a low down payment. So I think in this scenario where I'm not cash flowing as a normal rental, I could take it off your hands, but it wouldn't really be a profitable scenario here. I mean, if Zillow is right about this thing and it sells for $498,000, your realtor is taking a 6% listing agreement. So you're walking away with $468 after realtor commission on that. And that's if it did sell for $500. Now I know you're thinking it would sell for closer to $540, but if that Zestimate is right, which I'm also seeing on another software, PropStream, at $474, it would kind of be a losing scenario for you. In this scenario, I can have you break even, but maybe you want to test the water on the market as well.
When you say break even, plan was there's a service down here, like Arizona Flat List, like a full service realty. I was just going to offer 1% to the buying agent. I know the National Association of Realtors had some change in who actually has to pay the buyer's agent the last couple of years.
Yes.
If they want to buy the house, they can buy the house. I'm not going to pay too much of their commission. So my plan was basically give 12 grand out of the sale price to agent fees. So
I wish it were like that still. I just listed my house in Oklahoma City. I'm at a 5% listing agreement. I know that there was a lawsuit, but to be honest, it hasn't really changed a lot of how real estate is done in the United States. The buyers still don't want to pay for their realtors. For sure. They still want it to come out of the seller side. So like I've got access to some great realtors, but I still had to do a 5% listing agreement on my house that I listed for sale last week, fully renovated, fix and flip. So I'm still kind of in the same boat even after that lawsuit happened, and it's largely because people aren't used to paying buyer's agents yet because they barely do anything. They just relay on.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I would say it may not make sense to you at this time, but you might want to explore the market first. I'm down to take it off your hands, but if you're like, yeah, based on the comps in the neighborhood, I might actually lose money, my offer will still be there.
So what's your you mentioned get me out of this break even. What was your thought there? Because I know you mentioned covering closing costs in via text, or maybe that was someone else on your team. But what was your thought?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. So I guess what I would do is I would take over the debt that you have in place, and then I would kind of resell it to somebody on a higher set of payments to see if I could cash flow on it there. That scenario would be taking over the debt that you owe, the 470, whatever that may be, and then also covering all closing costs so that you don't have to spend anything to sell the property.
Okay.
So if your neighbors' houses are listed for too, so I can pull this thing up on the map and just look at what the neighbors are listed for to kind of get a better idea of what this thing might sell for.
It's it's strange. Like there's the builder that we bought through. They're local. They're not national, which was good for our purposes. But one side of the neighborhood starts at like 380 for really, really, really small homes. That's the side that we're on. We're in a larger home, and then just right across the street, you jump up to like 780. So it's the comps are very. I mean, there was actually $1.2 million house sold like last month in the same neighborhood. So it's kind of all over the place.
Oh wow.
It's very hard to tell. But I know you're better at that than I.
I'll look on the same road. Is this this is on Mariposa Grande?
Yep.
Okay, so if I remove the boundary, so these are all going to be your neighbors' houses, but we got 475, 384, 459, 525, 515. So it looks like most of these houses are listed between like 500 and 520,000. I just clicked on one of them. It's been there for about 40 days or so. So I would imagine that they're listing for like 500, 515, and then offers might come in closer to 490, 500,000, something like that. I'll send you a
that's about what I'm seeing too. Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm looking at your exact area here.
So if you were to take over the debt, would you end up cutting us a check for the difference on what we owed versus what the 500 or whatever you plan to pay? Or when you say break even, do you mean we'd walk away with $0?
You'd walk away with $0. You wouldn't have to spend a dime to sell the house. What I'm going to do is I'm going to text you that your neighbors' houses that I see just in the exact same area that we're looking, so we don't cross over any neighborhood boundaries.
Understood.
Because my thought process is you probably list for 520, sit there for 2 months, drop to 500. Somebody walks the property, hits you with 480, and you're like, no, I got to be at 500. And then realtor commission 5% because they cut you a break, and you might bring 5K to the closing table.
Yeah.
But let me send you these comps right here.
So your offer in essence would be 473. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm saying I'll take over the debt in place. And another part of that is I lose about $1,500 a month on this as a rental. So my exit strategy is going to take a while, and it's going to be essentially reselling the property to somebody else for a higher set of payments. But that person has an option. Their option is, why don't I just go to the bank and get a 3% down FHA loan? I'm like, well, my interest rate is higher than you'd get at the bank, but my down payment will be lower. So I have to provide it to them at a down payment that's lower than 3% so that they're willing to work with me instead of the bank.
Okay.
But these are the neighbors' houses here on a couple of the streets that you have around you. And I do see the steep drop off across that road, but most of them here like 470 to 525 range. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this one. So I would say, take your time with it and do some research. I don't put any expirations on my offer, but if you want to get out of the deal and get it off your credit score so that you're not making the payment anymore and you come to the potential realization that you might lose some money on the sale, I will still be here.
Okay. No, that's still very helpful. Thank you. And once my girlfriend actually accepts a job and moves, we'd be bleeding, her rental price in another city and the $3,300 a month here. So that'll be a more important consideration as the months go on. So
yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
When do you think I should follow back up with you?
Great question. 3 weeks probably, like within a month.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
I will put that in my system and then we will go from there.
Perfect. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Yep.
I'm going to create a new category here. It's going to be red, and perhaps red means follow up. So follow up on in 3 weeks, remind me to call 16232 West Mariposa.
Okay. I added calls 16,200.
Got it. And then I'm going to add them to my contacts. We'll go from there. Okay. All right, Andrew, that's the call. It's going to be a long play, but we probably will get it eventually.
Sounds good, bro. Thank you.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. All right, just a couple of questions, then I'm going to head out. I feel like Nicholas might have been here first. Nicholas, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Richard? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm a little skeptical about my deal I have under contract in Memphis now after some of the stuff you talked about earlier.
Do you have something that's for 80K? Good discount, 80K, but it might rent out for like 1,200?
So it's a 3-property deal. 2 properties are currently rented out and 1 needs to be rehabbed to be rented out.
So we would probably separate those by, sorry, I'm fixing my camera, but we would separate those by strategy. So you don't usually have a rental investor that will also fix and flip. That's kind of rare. Rather, you might have an investor who wants to flip one and an investor who might want to rent out the other 2. But the occupied properties only need to cash flow at 20% if they're already occupied. So let's just check those 2 occupied properties, cash on cash return, and maybe you can modify it and say, hey, the lender that I'm using is a different lender than the type of lender who would rent. I mean, we have a hard money lender for rehab and we have a hard money lender for a rental. So I kind of need to separate these to do these deals, and we'll go ahead and check it out from there.
Okay. I can send you, I broke it down for each of the properties through the calculator. If you want me to just send you like a screenshot of it.
Well,
or I can send you the addresses.
Are they under contract right now?
Yes, they are under contract. I just signed it today.
Well, let's look at some numbers. Can we just look at the two properties that are, I mean, what do you think we could get those two properties for less the third?
Minus the third property. I have it under contract for 160 for all three. I can probably get it for 120 if I take one
Well,
of them
that
out.
would be really nice. That would be really nice if you could do $120,000. That's really great. That's 60 per property. So $120,000. Maybe this interest rate, maybe that monthly payment. And where are these? Memphis, you said.
These are in Memphis, yeah.
So we'll add 400 for taxes and insurance. So that's going to be your monthly payment, $1,206. And then what is it? What are the two rented out for?
They each bring in $1,085. These are not Section 8. They're long-term tenants that have been there one's been there 20-something years. One's been there 12 years.
Nice, man. Nice. You might actually have something here. So 2170, because remember what he said about the occupied properties? He loves those. So 2170 multiplied by 0.8 is going to bring us here. Then we're going to subtract our 1206 minus, that's going to bring us here. Multiply that by 12. That'll bring us here. Remember, I didn't add on your assignment fee, so you might want to get it for 115, then we sell it for 120. But we'll see where our return puts us. And then we're going to do, oh, shoot, I didn't put a down payment. What am I doing? I didn't put a down payment. It's actually significantly less than this. 24,000 down. Oops. Okay, this is much better now. Much, much, much better. I need to redo my equation, though. 1085 times 2 is going to be 2170 multiplied by 0.8. Subtracting 645 minus 400 for tax and insurance, 645. And then subtract 400. Nice. Multiplied by 12. Good. Now divided by, man, I'm just dropping the ball here. One more time. 26,000, because now I'm going to put it at 130 because I think you have room for it. So 130, 7.1% interest. This is monthly payment now. So last time, 1085 times 2, 2170. Subtract or multiply by 0.8. Subtract your monthly payment of 699 minus 200 a pop for taxes and insurance brings us here. Multiply by 12 brings us here. Divide by total cost of entry, which will be this plus 5, call it 31. Your ROI here would be 24%. So I'll tell you, man, if you got this, if you got both of these, if you got those two occupied properties, assuming they're not in war zones, do you know about the violence in the area? Any shootings?
Spot crime looked okay. I didn't see any shootings for either property.
Good, good. If you're sure about that, that's really good. So I can make you $10,000, 5 a pop for both of those occupied properties if you can get them for 120. Now I'm going to write out a message to your seller. Hey, I just shot this over to my lender thinking he'd lend on all three, but there's actually 2 different types of loans for rehabbed versus distressed properties. For the ones with tenants, I use a DSCR loan, and for the ones with the one needing rehab, I use hard money. I use hard money. I can't do all 3 together, but I can do the. Now here's the thing. I need to comp your other one to know if it's a valid fix and flip. I know these other, but it's less likely to sell. I have a great buyer to pick up these 2 occupied ones right now, but we just need to remove the distressed one. So I would say I can't do these all together, but I can grab the 2 turnkey properties for $120,000. Tell them that. See if you can do an addendum to your contract to remove the distressed one, and you'll make $10,000.
Okay, I just DM'd you the vacant one.
I would just comp this for fix and flip, but it is a 2-1. It's a 2-1.
Yeah, that was the other kicker. Unfortunately, all of these are 2-1s, but like I said, 2 of them are rented out at the 1085 each.
Okay, I don't
with long-term tenants.
I mean, the cash on cash return is there. We don't love 2-1s, but the return is there. So I'm less confident now that I know that they're all 2-1s. I'm definitely not super confident in the fix and flip being a 2-1, but your return is there. So let me make a call. Let me ask really quick. Let's just find out. I don't know if a 2-1's a deal breaker. Buyers hate 2-1s. Let me ask.
Hey, Stud, what's up?
Hey, quick question. I have a scenario where a guy has 2 properties rented out in Memphis, occupied, bringing in good money above a 20% cash on cash, and they've been there for like 8 to 12 years. These tenants, so they're definitely staying. However, they're 2-1s, but the return is 24%, and they're occupied. So I'm just like, I know I don't really love 2-1s, but they are occupied for good numbers.
What's the purchase price?
120, bringing in right now 1085 each. So long-term tenants are paying 2170, and the price is 120, but 2-1s.
It's a duplex?
No, that's the thing. They're single families.
That's
I know.
the 120 part is the hard one. So you're buying at the top of the market, especially with a 2-1.
No. These are 2 2-1s. These are 2 single families, 2 2-1s. Each one is
Yeah. Two. That's what I'm saying. It's a single family house for 2-1, and each single family is 120,000.
No. Each single family is 60K.
Oh! I thought you were saying 120 for the one single family 2-1.
No. For both of the properties are 2-1s. It's a package. 2
okay, it's a package. That would work. And what you said each one's renting for 1080?
It's 1085 occupied right now. So the cash on cash return at 130 is 24%.
Okay, that might work.
I just ask because I know 2-1s are kind of less favorable.
I gotta ask my property manager in that area if the neighborhood is up and becoming or if it's a gang related neighborhood. But yeah, if you send me over the addresses, I can get a response here in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I'll send them over. The only thing is I wouldn't send it out to your clients yet because the student contracted 3 properties. 2 of them are perfect, but one of them needs rehab. So I'm like, hey, let's separate the.
I won't send them out to my clients. I'm gonna send them to my property manager to see what he's gonna tell me about the neighborhood.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the 2 2-1s, and then we'll go ahead and see what's happening.
Perfect. Fuck yeah.
All right, talk soon, man.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, send me those 2. I'm gonna get an answer for you.
Okay.
Your microphone is not working loud enough.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
No, somebody said that to me. I don't know who just said that.
Oh.
Can you guys hear me okay? Is my microphone quiet? Occupied 2-1s for 130K, bringing in 2170. Yeah. 24% cash on cash. Okay. I know my team is going to be like, oh no, 2-1s, but I'm going to. Don't submit this yet, man. We need to separate the other one. Get that other one to go away. We probably don't want that other one.
Okay, so just go back to the agent with an addendum to remove the vacant one.
Yeah, and use the lender issue that I wrote in the chat. So I'm going to put this in your DMs. This is the lender issue.
Okay.
And the thing is, that's 100% real. Say like, hey, I can, and say, hey, I might be able to do the other one too. I just need to line up a lender for it. Say, hey, I can do the other one too, but I just need to line up a lender for it.
All right, I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
This deal's taken me like 2 weeks to even get the agent to send me a contract.
Well, you have
We've been
something.
negotiating this for a long time.
You have a really great opportunity here. You just need to get rid of that so that it makes sense for the type of investor we're selling to.
Okay.
All right. Guys, one of my most common questions from people on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube is how do I do this? And it's like, guys, every single day I'm talking to people and I'm answering their questions. I'm looking at their deals. They're all in Hold My Hand Wholesale. So Harris, if you want to get started, the link is in my bio. It's Hold My Hand Wholesale. Hold My Hand Wholesale costs $20 per month. Okay, so we're going to look at where the contract's located. Hashtag contracts. Hashtag contracts. And then Nicholas has been helped. Yeah, Nicholas. Yeah, just get that off. Just get that off and it should be good. I'm going to call Yusuf's realtor.
He just texted Richard that he signed.
Hey, I just sent them to you.
Oh, we're all signed now?
Yep, I just sent them over about 2 seconds ago.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and get started on these right now.
Thank you, sir.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. Yusuf got his contract signed, guys. The one that's so good that I would buy it, that I think will sell for 25.
Awesome.
I'm going to tell Shell to let that rip. Shell, contract signed for you for... Okay. And then that's going to be... That's under contract. Wow, that took a while. I don't know why that took so long, but that's signed. Let me go ahead and get the documents over to... Perfect. Download. And then I'm going to get these to Shell. Let me try to sell this on the live stream right now. Let me try to sell this on the stream.
Duplex?
Yeah, hold up.
Awesome.
Hey, sorry, last call. I promise, last call. But
It's all good. What's
you're
up?
gonna like this one. Last
All
time.
right, let's hear it.
I just got something that is very, very rare. I got
Okay.
2 duplexes in a suburb of Detroit where there's no crime at all, not even vandalisms, in a nice suburb, very nice area that if my buyers don't pick up, I'm buying myself. It is 4 units at 0% interest. Your PITI will be $2,600 and you will be bringing in $4,600. The total entry.
It's a fourplex?
It's 2 side-by-side duplexes in stunningly beautiful neighborhoods above Detroit.
Okay. What's the purchase price?
It's $520,000. You have a $72K entry, 0% interest payments for 6 years. And during that time, you pay down $200,000.
So this is the okay. So it's $72,000
Yes.
for 4 units.
Correct.
$72,000 for 4 units. So if I were to do a traditional purchase price, 20 times 4 would be at 80. So I'd be paying that anyways for a single family. And it is the ROI on it is what
high as hell. I mean, so 1 unit is currently occupied for $1,300, but all units are identical. So you bring in about, so if we do 1,300 times 4, 5,200. Wow. So you'd be bringing in 5,200. You multiply that by 0.8. Let's subtract our 2,700 PITI. You will be making 1,460 per month. Per year, you're going to be making 17,520 divided by 72 plus 5 for closing costs, 77,000 entry. You're looking at a 22.3% cash on cash return, but also 0% interest seller financing.
Right, and get the value in that. And the other 3 units are currently vacant.
Yes, that's what I believe. But
send over to me.
Locked up a moment ago. I'm going to send you the write-up now.
Beautiful. Send over to me, and I will pass over to the team.
Great. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Great.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. So I sent it to him at 20,000 because he's a super reliable buyer, but we're going to market it for 25. Is that accurate? 1 unit's rented for 1,300, Yusuf?
I don't think so. 1,300. I guess there was a unit in the one that initially called for one rented for 1,100 and the second is rented for 1,200. But for the second duplex that we had, I really don't know. But
okay, well, what? So what is the? Let me see. I think he told me actually.
I thought you asked him yesterday.
He did. He did. Rents are 1,200 for the top 20. Okay, that's an update. Okay, he actually told me.
So the rented unit is the one that is rented out for 1,200.
Mm-hmm. So 1,200, 1,250, 2,500 plus. So he's looking at. He actually told me it's 1,200 plus 1,250. So we're doing 1,200 plus 1,250 plus 1,050 plus 1,050. It'll bring in 4,550. Okay. Okay, let me quickly send this. Are there 2 garages? You know if there's 2 garages?
Yes. He told you in the call. He didn't tell me actually, but I guess there is 2 garages, and he told you that you can actually rent it out here. There in Mount Clemens.
72K down, 520 price, 2K per month, 6-year balloon payment, 194,000. And then what do you pay down in that time? So so it's going to be $2,000 multiplied by 72 months, 144 plus 52.
The outstanding balance will be 324,000.
Yeah, dude, I will buy this if he doesn't. So you have a deal. You have a deal regardless. I will buy this if he doesn't buy it. Or if one of our
How much, like, let's say for whoever going to buy this, how much is he doing when he cash out refi after like the 6 years balloon? Because I guess the ARVs are around like 250 for each duplex.
It should be no problem. We're gonna owe 300 and something, and I think each one is probably worth closer to 450 right now. So it should be no problem. It should be no problem to refinance at the balloon if that's what you're asking. Suppressor, I'm gonna head out after this, man. But Yusuf, it's 100% a deal, 100%. Because the only reason it wouldn't be a deal is if there's something destroyed about the property, like if it needs like new roofs or something, that would be an issue. But I don't think it does. So this is guys. If you're unfamiliar, Yusuf already has 26,000 in closing with us. That 16,000, did EMD get submitted? Did my team tell you?
The 60,000, the one in Tacoma.
16,000.
Oh no, the buyer's going to inspect it tomorrow at 9 a.m. So yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, I have mine.
Actually, he called me. Joseph called me today. I was like really scary. He was asking, "What is the purchase price?" And I was like, "The contract is in front of me." And I was like, "Oh, I really don't know."
Don't. Yeah. Don't tell the buyers, because honestly, it's there. It has nothing to do with what we're making and everything to do with their numbers.
Got you.
Okay. Great, man. Wow. So guys, I guess he's doing this a lot via email. You're sending a lot of emails. Did you get this one over email too?
No, I just do like one call and then I, like one call asking about the condition of the property, and then I tell them, okay, I will run my numbers and I'll send you an offer via email or text, and then I shoot my shot.
Dude, this is perfect. You're crushing it, man. Virtual fist bump. I can't believe how well you're doing. You're like probably top 3 students in Hold My Hand Wholesale ever. I would say top 3 students. This is going to ruffle some feathers. Top 3 students in Hold My Hand Wholesale that I've ever seen. Garrett did really, really well. He hasn't been as active lately, but Garrett did really well. Yusuf did really well, and Anson did really, really well. I've seen lots of students have like 50K months before, but you gotta also take into account the hurdles. You gotta take into account the hurdles here. He is doing this in the middle of the night from Egypt with an accent. That's hard. That's really hard, guys. That's really hard. Imagine you have to, what time do you call usually your time? What is it, like 2 a.m., midnight, 11?
I usually start calling at 4 p.m. my time, but I sleep around like 6 a.m. Like I'll sleep like, it's 3 a.m. right now. It's 2 a.m. right now. I'll sleep like after 6 a.m.
So you say 4 p.m. or 4 a.m.?
No, 4 a.m. 4 p.m. I start calling 4 p.m., but I sleep like after you're live, that would be at like 4 a.m. my time.
So what time, if it's 4 p.m. Egypt time, what time is it on the East Coast?
In Detroit, like I usually call in Detroit, it's 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Yeah.
Okay, you call it 9 a.m. So you don't call at 1 a.m. You call at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not as bad, guys. I thought he woke up in the middle of the night to start calling, which is crazy. Middle of the night from a ship. Sean, you're on a boat? Are you Navy? That's insane. He's calling from a ship. That's ridiculous. Or maybe I don't know. We'll find out. But
Richard,
yeah,
if you don't mind, I sent you something here. I DM'd you something. It's a calculator for Section A. I thought it will be really helpful for the students.
Oh.
It's really easy. Like they'll calculate the cash on cash return really easily. I attached on the entry fee $5,000 for closing, and automatically it takes 20% for the
Let's share
property management and maintenance.
Let me share my screen on this and we'll see. Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So is this the only one to fill out?
This and the rent per month and taxes and insurance. That's all.
Okay. Let's see how we do this. So let's say $75,000 is my buyer's price.
You don't have to change it.
But
it's 15,000 plus a 5,000, which is the closing cost.
Oh,
Just have the accurate number.
So if I did 22,000, or I'm sorry, I'm making things up. $80,000. Okay, 16. Oh, good. Yes, good. Okay, I like that. That's convenient. Where do I put my rent in? Right here?
Yeah.
You think you could edit these to be, you think you could edit the variables to be red? Anything that changes to be red?
I really don't know how. I actually got it from one of the teachers. I really don't remember who, but I changed it a little bit.
Okay. So rent, let's say $1,350. I'm a little scared right now. Annual tax amount. Do you think we can make it monthly tax amount?
No, we changed the monthly taxes only, not the annual taxes. It shows the monthly tax.
Monthly okay. Monthly insurance. This thing is hurting my head. Damn, I don't know what my monthly insurance is. Maybe $75. And then let's say my.
No, you don't change anything. That's all. And you have the cash on cash return under. Yeah.
What about my taxes? Monthly taxes.
Oh, you changed it. There is the monthly taxes here. It's under the annual monthly tax. Yeah.
Okay. It works. Yeah. Yeah. I honestly, for me, I'm getting rid of low end revenue. I'm getting rid of low end ROI.
Yeah, I really don't care about the right part. Actually, just use it the one in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that works. That works. That definitely works. If you want to drop it in the chat, I think everybody can copy and paste that.
Yeah, sure. I did already.
Oh, cool. Thanks. All right. Good. You're going to make some money on that. Yeah, Shervin, I did go last night. It was really fun. I don't know the difference between low and high. Maybe it's just an estimate or something. But yeah, Yusuf, that's great, man. Good job.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Richard.
Catch you later. Great work. Yusuf should go live, low key. He can. He's a community helper. Nate, what's up? Hello, Nate. Nate Polaco. Nate Polaco. Yeah, Yusuf, you can go live. Yusuf, you just need to go live. You just need to go live in the Hangouts. Go live in the Hangouts, Yusuf. Nate, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. Thank you for taking me on. So I sent an offer to this agent. It's been on market for a day. And basically, I tried to pretend like I was the buyer on this, and I was some big hotshot, and I shouldn't have done that. I sent the proof of funds, and he wanted that to match the LLC that I was going to sign under, which is mine, which the proof of funds won't. So I'm not sure what to do, but I got it for 75. They were going to send a contract, and it's listed for 98. I offered 70 at first, and they declined it.
Okay.
But I ran the numbers at GBT, and it said it would be a good deal for a Section 8. Section 8's like $1,660. Long term's like $1,200 to $1,400. Buy Box Cartel says max offers 78, so I tried to offer 70. But I don't know if this is a deal or not.
It's a really pretty house. So we went over this a lot today, and I think that these guys are looking for if it is not occupied. If it's not occupied, they want 30% cash on cash, and if it is occupied, they want 20% cash on cash. We also need to see the crime, but it's such a nice area. I'm sure it's okay. So step one, we want to do spot crime. Let's just see if there's any shootings here, because that's the first thing. No shootings, just arson. Good. Okay, so no shootings. And then, and guys, who's my 2-1 guy? I got an answer for the guy with 2 1s, whoever that was. I forget who he was, but he was up here. I really would love to talk to him again. If anybody remembers who that was, that would be super helpful. Your rent, we have to take into account how nice it is, because this is a really nice house. $1,400 rent. Beautiful. Wow. $1,400 on the rent, and it will really get $1,400, and I know it will because it's actually a great renovation. It's really bright and light. And it looks excellent. They've done a phenomenal renovation on this. It's one of the nicest renovations I've seen in this price point. So looking great on the rehab. Exterior is really pretty too. No crime. What do you think you'd get this for?
They wanted to send me a contract at 75. I was reluctant until I kind of ran the numbers, and it seemed to make sense with ChatGPT for cash on cash for a Section 8. But the only problem is now that I've already like sent him my LLC and the proof of funds, he wants me to send him a bank statement dated within 30 days that matches the LLC buying the property. But I got it at 75.
Okay. I gotta go quick here. I gotta go pick up my car before the shop closes. But if you can get this at 75, this should probably work. Because of how beautiful it is, it's like a stunningly beautiful property. That's so rare, and that means the rent will be higher. So 75, you beat out all the competition. 75,000. Let's say we get it to him at 80,000. $80,000 down, or 80,000, 16,000 down, 7.1% interest, 430 plus 250, 430 plus 250 is a 680 payment. 1,400 rent multiplied by 0.8 is 1,120. Subtracting your 680 payment, you're making a whopping 440 per month multiplied by 12. Divided by the 80K, 621 divided by 21,000. Your ROI would be 25 on that. So a little low on the ROI. I'd love for you to get this at like 72. I think we can stretch it a little bit. I'd love to be at like 72 on this.
Okay. What do I do about the proof of funds? And since I already sent him my LLC information.
If you get it for 72, I will do a rare thing and sign for you on it. Or
okay.
Yeah, no, I'll do that. I can help you because I think it's good. I think it's good. It's a nice one. So yeah.
Okay, so maybe I just tell him I ran the numbers again and I need to be at 72 for the cash on cash to make sense.
Yeah, and we're pushing that a little, but honestly, I think that would work, man. And the reason I think it's just such a nice house. Such a nice house. So,
okay,
hey,
I'll call him back. I'll see what I can work out.
I have got to go because that place is going to close soon. So I'll catch you on the next one. But I love that house, man.
Thanks, Richard.
See ya. Bye-bye. That is a flip of you take it to Matrix. Damn, how do you know that? That's crazy. Bro knows the name of the tuning shop that I went to. Yes, I did take it to Matrix. Okay, so we just need to do a quick little. We're gonna do a quick little. I'll just do 20 on the giveaway. Quick $20 on the giveaway. I gotta go soon here. Questions in the chat. What is the cash on cash return formula? What is the cash on this for $20? What is the the formula? Oh no. No. Oh, I think we got one. Rowan, you missed a part. Times 12 divided by total cost of entry. Rent times 0.8 minus PITI times 12 divided by, yep, that's right. Don Z, that's right. You win. You're muted.
That's right. I'm back.
How do we say?
Thank you, Richard.
What do
You're
got?
the best.
You got Venmo?
I do. Let me double check which one it is. I mean, what it is, because I don't remember. But Richard, I can't say it enough, man. Thank you for everything you do. Crap is it's amazing. There's no community like yours,
I really appreciate it.
even with the top dogs. Did you get to see Pace?
I saw him. I didn't talk to bro. I talked to Jamil.
You didn't
though.
talk to him?
No, I talked to Jamil.
That's
though.
cool. That's pretty cool, man. I'm telling you. My Venmo doesn't work. You have Zelle?
Yeah, I do. Do you have Cash
Okay,
App?
cool.
Do you have Cash App though?
Cash App, I do. I think I gotta find it.
Because Zelle is
But
for my bank.
but it's just
kind of annoying.
I can't believe I got this right.
No, that's perfect. That's exactly right. Exactly right.
I'm doing my best. It took me forever. I was doing this thing with analysis, but paralysis, man. English is my second language, but if I can do it, people, man, you can do it. Anyone can do it.
Perfect.
Anyone can do it, man. Richard, my thing is not working, man. Oh wait, it's loading right now. No, you know what? No, it's not working. Is there any way I can send you a message and we can do it via Zelle? If possible. Or what you can do is just credit me for next month.
I can Zelle
I
you.
think we should be good.
My Uber's here in 12, so I have time. I can Zelle you. I need the phone number. I need the phone number for Zelle.
That is my personal number. So yeah, I feel special. Rich has my personal number now.
Excellent. There we go. All right, pay and collect, send with Zelle, and then they want to add a recipient. Continue, add. It ends in 80, correct?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
I want to make a TikTok about this. I got money from Richard.
Do it, man. And that should be there now. Let me know if you got that. I just sent it.
It usually takes a few minutes.
It said it was registered to an account named. Oh, now it's gone.
Said he was on the web. Yeah. No. Yeah, I got it.
You got it. Great. Perfect.
Got
Thanks, guys. I gotta head out. I'm so sorry. I'll catch you later. But today,
thank you, Richard.
Today was great, guys. So go ahead and step on the gas with those cash deals, guys. We're ready. We're ready to process these. Just get your cash on cash right. And remember, because a lot of people are going to make this mistake. Even if your cash on cash works, at 30% at list price, you can't get it at list price. We need a discount. So you definitely need a discount. It doesn't matter if your deal works at list price. That's only part of the equation. The discount is also part of it too. So best of luck, guys. Happy calling. I think today we showed that it was more than attainable, and I will catch you all on the next one. And I know Yusuf wants to go live. Yusuf, I'll bring you up on stage, man, and you can come talk to these people, okay? Have fun.
Sure.
I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. All right, Yusuf is live right now. Catch you later. Link is in my bio. If you're on YouTube, we still live? Yes, we are. Hey, YouTube, I'll catch you later, okay? Link, just look up Join Hold My Hand Wholesale. You'll find it.